Good evening, friends. How is it going? Hope folks are doing alright. I'm doing alright. So yeah, I figure I might make this into a little series of sorts and do a couple more like beginner's guide-esque randomizer things. So it's time to do one that I don't know as well as A Link to the Past, but I do love the heck out of this randomizer in the form of Castlevania Aria of Sorrow, because it's just a wonderful game and the randomizer's really well done. So I figure, you know what? I may not know everything about this, but I can play through it. I can hopefully show you where all the stuff is. That's hopefully a decent starting point. So yeah, that's what we're going to get into. So, if anyone is unfamiliar, what's a randomizer, you may be wondering? Well, a randomizer essentially shuffles the locations of, particular items in the game. Usually you see these for item-based games like Zelda or Metroid or things like that. The Castlevania games are definitely another example here because those have, item-based progression too. Essentially, it's usually like, okay, you might find this particular item first, then this one, and then another one, but randomizers will shuffle around the order in which you collect those items, so it kind of becomes a bit of a puzzle to piece them together. So yeah, randomizers are really, really fun. And tonight, we shall be looking at Castlevania Aria of Sorrow, a wonderful game for the Game Boy Advance. And this randomizer is great. This is one of my most played randomizers. I really, really love it. Even if I would say I don't necessarily know it as well as I know Zelda or Link to the Past, which I went through yesterday, I still would love to just share this with folks because it's kind of weird. I love this game and this randomizer, yet no one in my group of friends really plays it. Like, I'm kind of the only one who does. So in that sense, it's kind of interesting because, like, really all of my own knowledge of the game and of the randomizer comes from just me and myself playing it, which I guess is why I don't really know very many tricks, if any at all, for this randomizer, but we're still going to go through it and show everything that I can show, which is hopefully every check. Anyway, I'm starting to ramble a bit. So, yeah, where you want to go is, this is done on GitHub. If you just search up, like, Castlevania Aria of Sorrow Rando, hopefully you'll find it. It's by this person, Abyssonim. I hope that's how you pronounce that. And you'll find AOS Rando. That's the one you want. And we have all this stuff. Don't even stress about this for the moment. Let's have a look at what it actually does, because that would be a smart thing to do. So yes, this is an item randomizer in the same vein as Link to the Past and Super Metroid. And every seed should be beatable, they say, which I would agree with because I've played a whole bunch of these on stream and have not once ran into an unbeatable seed, so I think they're pretty set. Several other little things like you can make custom seeds, which are essentially plandos for like Link to the Past. Link to the Past has plandos where you can actually set where every item is and what's in each location and stuff. You can do that for this as well. I personally have never done it, but it's a kind of a fun thing. They also have Chaos Mode, which I've also never done, because again, I don't know any tricks in this. It apparently adds in some, like, particular glitches and, like, tricks and stuff into the logic, which scares me, so we're not doing that. And then we get into some new features of the randomizer. So, if you're familiar with the base game, you'll know that there are particular souls you need to get to the final section. They've been shuffled around in this. So you'll need a particular red soul, a particular blue soul, and a particular yellow soul in order to actually get to the best ending or the end of the game. And you'll find the 3 ancient books, just like in the vanilla game. They will give you a hint as to which soul you need. So that's how that works. And really, really good, which tells you that this is really, really well designed. You don't have to farm for anything. You don't have to sit there grinding for, killing enemies 100 times to get their souls, to get the souls you need to beat the game. Because that would be so stupid, and I'm so glad that this is intelligently designed. Unlike the Bloodstained Ritual of the Night randomizer I played, like, at the start of this year, where important souls can be on random enemies. Not fun. Really, really lame, and I'm glad they're doing this properly. This is really, really well done. Thank goodness that you don't have to farm for things, because that would suck. That would be very unfun. So no, this is very smartly designed in that wherever you can find an item, there might also be one of those soul holder thingamajiggies, and those will have the progression souls that you need, as well as a couple other random ones too. But in terms of, there'll be progression souls there, so you could find the double jump just on an item spot, or the giant bat, or whatever. There is also a possibility that you can find the souls on regular enemies too. That's entirely possible, but it's never required. You never have to grind for things. That is what these questions are talking about. These 4 questions here. And we talk about running the randomizer. We're on Windows, so we have an AOS rando.exe. We'll get to that in a moment. And these are the important things, the flags. I have always turned all of these on, so D randomizes the enemy souls, so the souls that enemies have, and what items they can drop as well. Then we have I for item and ability location, so all the items placed throughout the world, you can randomize those too. And H is Hammer's shop, so this will randomize the items that Hammer actually can sell you. So that's pretty cool. These 3 flags alone make for some really different and interesting runs already. But he also added in a bunch of secret codes, which is cool. So there's Chaos Mode that we were talking about. Custom is for a planned OC that we were talking about earlier. Other things, plenty of which I haven't tried, is Famine, which removes healing items. No souls, no drops, no shops. Oops All Souls is one that I do like to do. Oops All Souls is basically, it replaces every item location, every item spot in the game with a soul instead. Which sounds like it might be super overpowered and easy, but honestly, I find it to be quite the opposite, because that means it's really, really hard for you to find a good weapon. It's really, really hard for you to find good armor. You don't get a lot of money because you won't be getting many items. And healing items are a pain as well, because again, you're not really getting money. You're not finding healing items very often, so it's actually quite, I would consider it a hard mode in a way, but you do get all the souls in the world, of course, so you'll end up with some cool spells, but they'll be pretty hard to use because you probably won't get much good equipment to get MP recovery and stuff like that. So that's a pretty difficult mode there. What else? Plenty of these I've never really tried. There is Noob Mode, which we might turn on here. This apparently exposes the entire map and turns on the peeping eye effect so you can see where the hidden walls are. I've never used this, but this is probably a good time to, so that we can, be all beginner friendly and I can easily point out all the sneaky hidden walls and stuff. So we'll turn that on, I reckon, when we get to this. Another one I like to put on is Stat Fix. So this actually fixes the intelligence and luck stats. So for some reason in the vanilla game, intelligence and luck didn't really do what they were meant to do. So if you have more intelligence, it makes your... I'm not sure if it's all souls or it might just be red souls, but it increases the damage of your souls. But it didn't really do that in the vanilla game for some reason. And same thing with the luck stat. The luck stat was supposed to give you more drop rate on finding items and souls, and it may have done that to a degree, but I'm guessing StatFix probably accentuates that quite a bit more. So worth turning that on. Lately when I've been doing these, I always have that turned on. So I would suggest that as well. Also int boost, which maybe you could go use the StatFix code for as well. I've never used int boost, but that could be useful. Wizard is a good one. I like to use Wizard alongside Oops All Souls. What Wizard does is it raises how quickly your MP recovers. And if you have Wooden Golem and the Rune Ring, it will make them restore MP faster as well. And then these last 3 are just kind of fun ones or funny ones. Gun Killer makes it so that you only find gun weapons, which is hilarious. The other 2 do different things as well. You can only find fist weapons, or katanas and knives. It's pretty interesting. And then they list a few other things they've done, which is quite a few, so good on them for making a bunch of cool randomizers. Alright, with that, we should probably look into things here. So, it's kind of confusing. GitHub can be a bit of a confusing website to figure out sometimes. In most cases, for things on GitHub, you'll have a releases thing over here, but they just kind of don't for some reason. So instead, the way you actually do this is you would go to code and download the zip. That'll download all the files here. And then we want to go for the Aria of Sorrow rando.exe, which we'll do in a moment. And then, we can actually start randomizing stuff. Hey, Chloe. GitHub is pretty cool, can confirm. Alright, so let's get into this. We're going to need this. Okay. So, you want to make sure you have the right ROM. So, you need the, I believe it's the either US or Japanese versions of Castlevania Aria of Sorrow. Again, can't tell you where to get that, so I ain't gonna help you on that. Figure it out. You'll work it out. So the ROM needs to be placed in the same folder as the actual randomizer program. And also, you should name it something that's easy to type, because you have to type it out every time. So I just named mine aos.gba. And then seed, we're just going to set that as blank so that it's just random. So if you want your own seed, you can type it out here. I mean, yeah, that's actually true as well. You can totally do that. It's cool to dump your own stuff, but sadly a lot of people don't do that. I'm going to hit no on the seed, and now this is where we're going to input the stuff we want. So we definitely want D, H, and I, and we shall also include, let's include Noob Mode, and we will include, I guess we'll chuck in stat fix as well. Was there anything else we might have wanted? That's probably the main things, right? You have the Switch version of the Advanced Collection. I mean, if there was some magical way to extract the ROM from that, then yeah, maybe you could. But otherwise, no, I don't think so. Let's quickly peek at the other things here, which you can kind of see, I think. Are there any other secret codes we might want to put in? I don't think so. Those are probably the main things. Yeah, we'll go with those. And so we can see it's activated newbie mode, fixed stats mode, randomizing enemy souls and drops, hammers, shop, item ability locations. Then it's got the output there, and the hash if you need that for whatever reason, and then we're basically done with that, so yeah. And then it is time that we loaded up the seed, so let us get over and do that. Ooh, it's on sale? Ooh, I should probably grab that. That would be worth getting. I didn't realize it was on sale. I will have to do that at some point. Okay, so in terms of emulators, I use RetroArch. That's what I go for. But before I was using RetroArch, I used Visual Boy Advance, and that worked pretty well. I hear MGBA is another good one. Again, just look these up and you'll find them. But we will hop over to Aria of Sorrow, MGBA. I'm just loading it up here on my end. Don't you worry. There we go. That should be good to go. Give us a moment. If you don't use BizHawk, you can't go... Well, I mean, BizHawk's probably alright with GBA stuff. BizHawk in general is... it can be a good emulator at times, but... not always, as we've seen on this channel and others. Alright, here we are. Now, we have, like, the world's tiniest map tracker in the corner, and I apologize, but that's basically as big as I could make it. So yeah, when you first get in, you have your little data select here, and it tells you the seed, which is cool. And you don't even have to put in a name if you don't want to. Like, once you hit OK, it'll just automatically put in Soma, which is fine, because you're never going to see the file name anyway. But yeah, so we're about to get into things here, and like I've been saying, pretty much all of my knowledge of this game and this randomizer is pretty much stuff I've figured out on my own, because, like I was saying, not really any of my friends really play this, so I don't really know basically any tricks in this or anything like that, but I feel like I know it well enough to show you where everything is, some kind of routing situations you might like to take, what you can do with certain items and souls and weapons and whatnot. So I guess we're just gonna get into this and see how we go. Like I said, I don't know this as well as Link to the Past, but yeah, you know, I'm having fun doing these sort of beginnery things, and we're gonna continue doing so. So hey, let's do it. So we start the timer when we hit OK on this screen. That's how I've personally done it, and that's how I'm gonna do it tonight as well. So let's go. Alright, and then you can press start to skip the story stuff that we don't care about. So, on the soul set menu here, it'll actually tell you what flags you've set, and it'll tell you what the seed is too, which is nice. So we've got DHI for all those things we talked about, we've got stat fix, and noob mode, which is nice. So as you can see, we've got the whole map available to us here, which is pretty handy. So let's get to it. Sounds like a good thing to do. Yep, I am a noob at this game, which is possibly partially true. So, in general, I wouldn't recommend grinding for stuff too often. For example, we could sit here and, like, farm off the zombies until their soul drops. Or we could, you know, just get a free silver plate. That's pretty good. I will definitely take that right off the bat. I generally don't recommend it, though, because, like, if you want their soul that they drop, it might take a while, or it might drop in, like, you know, 3 hits as well. It's really up to you. But if you want to be consistent, more consistent with your times, I would generally say avoid grinding. But unless you want to do like a total 100% run here or something. Alright, that's Ghost, which is not amazing, but that's okay. We'll do all the checks in this room first so I can mark it off on the map. Anti-venom. And a herp, and a herp. And a tear of blood, which is decent. We will equip that. Yay, more stuff. Alright. And that should be that one on the map. There we go. This map is probably super tiny, and you can probably barely see it. Don't worry, it's the same on my screen too. But it's fine. Hopefully it reasonably gets the point across. So a lot of people forget about this. I feel like this is an easily forgettable check down here if you're new to this. Because there's 2 checks down here in the reservoir. And you might not expect that, because we sure don't have Schooler to go to do any, you know, underwater shenanigans, but yeah, there's 2 items down here that we can get. Should mark off that one, if I can click it. There we go. Watch out for the fishies. And over here is another thing. I've seen flying armor be here on a number of occasions, and it might be the case here. Yep. Surprise, surprise. So, flying armor is this one, and that unlocks a decent chunk of the castle there. We can basically get all the way up to the study now, the end of the study, which is pretty nice. And honestly, you'd probably expect that, because that's the standard progression of the game anyways. But yeah, back to the grinding thing I was talking about, like, the way I generally like to do it is if the enemy's easily killed, doesn't take too long for you to kill, it might not be a bad idea to try to, because you never know what soul they might drop. But at the same time, you don't necessarily want to grind too much as well. With something like these mermen, for example, they tend to drop their soul pretty often, so we just got Chrono Mage there, not bad. Don't know that we're necessarily going to use that, but nice to have. Go ahead and save, because it never hurts to save. Alright, make our way on through, take out some skeletons, everything's all good. I should also mark the map again. Is it merman or merman? Yes, indeed. That is this one. Make sure that's the right one, yes. This map is very small, but it's okay. I'm going to keep complaining about it, I guess. Should probably equip the flying armor as well. There we go. Didn't get any yellow souls yet. It's a movie reference. Knack, you know what happens with movie references around these parts. Yeah, have not seen Zoolander, surprise, surprise. So this is Creaking Skull. We're doing with basically starting equipment here. There you go, just chuck a few winged skeletons at him. Winged skeleton is the soul you'll always start with. I did forget to mention that. We will move on, there's one check here. It's a knife. Is it better than... It's the same thing we start with. Wow, thanks game, just what we needed. Fantastic. Oh, it's so hard to click, the things are so little. Oh, there we go. And yeah, this is what the Peeping Eye Soul usually does. It'll very obviously point out where hidden walls are. So if you're new to the game, probably a good idea to chuck the noob setting on so you can start to learn how things go and where things are. I had a feeling that was going to be a mimic. So yeah, sometimes they'll replace item checks with mimics here. This might take 1,000 years, by the way, but they get pretty good XP because you're not supposed to see mimics for a while. What else did we get? The ghost might be better. That'll do it, yeah. So we could actually, you know, like maybe grind a little bit here. getting us a couple easy levels at the very least. We won't sit around and do that though. We could, but not necessary. Alright, let's move on. So next over here is the flying armor check. This is where you normally get flying armor. It's a castle map that doesn't matter because we already have the whole map unlocked. Oh well. I shall mark off those things on the map when I get a moment. Which will be now, I guess. Yeah, there we go. Hey, Dryad's not bad. So Dryad lets you, gain health back off of enemies, which can be pretty useful. Probably a pretty big MP cost for where we're at the moment, though, but hey, always nice to have a different selection of souls. But yeah, if it's your first time... Oh, I should actually mention this, yes. If it's your first time encountering an enemy in the randomizer, I would recommend trying to kill at least one of each enemy you come across. And you'll see why that's important later, but especially if you're new to the game, I would very much recommend doing that. You will see why when it becomes relevant. Here we have a soul item. That's a gargoyle. Okay, cool. Could be useful. We can use flying armor to jump up here. That is actually a real chunk of change, so there we go. Seems like the ghost soul is our best thing here. There should be one other item just here that we can get to. It's a soldier uniform. Is that any good? I mean, it gives a bit more attack, but we're doing alright on the attack front at the moment. Okay, so we got that one. It's so hard to click the things here. Oh yes, neck. Honestly, you could get it for Aria of Sorrow alone and it would be worth it. Aria of Sorrow is real great. It's really, really good. And the other ones are fine too. But Aria of Sorrow is freaking awesome. It's such a good game. I hope I don't spoil things for you then. Oh wow, Demon Lord's not bad at all. Okay. See, this is why it's worth killing the enemies sometimes, because they can drop real nice souls. I think that's a Kaiser Knuckle that we can't get. That's a black belt that might actually be useful to us. Yeah, we'll take a bit more damage. Why not? Now, there is a trick you can do with this guy. I've seen it be done. You, like, use your flying armor, and then this guy throws out his axe. And, you can actually get across the gap that way by doing a little damage boost off it. It's not easy. So we go into a dinner soon? Yeah, sounds good, man. Alright, throw your axe. Come on now. There we go. It's something like that. I don't really know how to do it, unfortunately. So I'm not going to pretend like I know any tricks in this because I don't. So we'll come back to that when we get the appropriate item. Here we have, is that a Basilard? It is a Basilard. We will equip that because it's better. We shall also mark it on the map, and that is this one. I can click it, there we go. Yeah, that is a thing you can do. I've seen it be done, but I've never taken the time to look into it properly. Because like I said, yeah, I don't really know any tricks in this. Like, we can try this one more time, maybe. It's definitely possible. You'd have to, like, get the axe to be, like, here, and then bonk off it. Probably not a very easy thing to do. Because, like I said, I don't know anything, really, when it comes to tricks in this. So we'll have to come back for this, probably Kaiser Knuckle up there, but that's alright. We'll get back to it. Alright, next on the list is gonna be... I'm just looking at the map over there. There's a couple things, and then we can head to the study. Well, not the study, the chapel, actually, is where we'll be going next. This mouse off the map as well. Doesn't need to be there. So, off we go. And yeah, the Ghost Soul's doing alright for us at the moment. I like the peeping eye in the background there. It's cool. Pudding! Amazing. Thank you, Mr. Zombie Soldier. Take out some more skeleton friends, and some peeping eye friends, and some more skeleton friends. Just move on through the castle as you do. Take out some zombies, take out a skeleton, and get a cockatrice soul. That's not bad. I don't know if I've really used that one much. I feel like I say that about a lot of souls. Let's actually check it out. 24 per use. Oh yeah, we got that gargoyle. I suppose we might as well chuck that on since we don't have any other yellow souls on us. One of the Game Boy Advance games was made very... Yes! There was a bit of a complaint with the first GBA game, Circle of the Moon. Because people were like, man, sometimes it's really dark and hard to see things. So they made the next one, Harmony of Dissonance, real darn bright. Like, there's so many bright colors and stuff in it. It's... Harmony of Dissonance is a really weird one. Okay, that is a strawberry up there that we can't get, but we'll come back for that when we can. Yeah, Harmony of Dissonance has some very, like, yeah, really bright colors and stuff in it. And then they kind of went back to a more normal looking, you know, situation with this one. This is the third of the GBA games here, which is also the best. Ooh. Here we have a Demon Lord. Okay, we already had that. I need to think of where I am on the map. There we are. If I can click it, it's really hard to click it. Ah. Alright, one more thing in here. Ooh. Levitain is pretty solid, actually. That's real good. That's a lot of damage. Let's go. That's real nice, actually. For this early stage of the game, that's going to be so good. So, yeah, good stuff. Yeah, that is some crazy good damage for right now. Yeah, this could last us for a lot of the game here, so that's a really nice find for us. Very good. Hello, important person that we'll be ignoring. We'll be skipping all the cutscenes because they're not important. Ah! Azurite, hello! How's it going? Thank you so much for the raid. Good to see you. What were you up to? Let me hit you with one of those shout-out things, actually, because that's a thing I can do, isn't it? There we go. I was playing Minecraft, doing some more Minecraft? Nice. This is Castlevania Aria of Sorrow for the GBA. Oh boy, now that is a good one. Okay. I need to mark this off. Where are we on the map? It's really hard to actually find the thing. Here we are, right? Belfry left, that's the one. Sorry, give me a moment. Map trackers are hard. There we go. Good, playing Minecraft, still building a community server? Oh, cool, awesome. Yeah, if anyone doesn't know me, I'm Mr. Saywood. I generally do a bunch of randomizers like we're doing right now. I'm trying to do this in sort of a beginner's guide, beginner-friendly kind of thing, so I'm going to be explaining a lot of stuff, or trying to. So yeah, here we just got Black Panther, and if you want to go fast, you want to get this soul as early as you possibly can, because it lets you do this. We can zip around now, and it's awesome. This is a soul you always want to try to get as early as you possibly can. Unfortunately, it's mostly just down to luck whether you find it early or not. But when you do, it's a real zippy seed, which is good. So we're going to have this on for basically the rest of the game here. Get a scarf, amazing. Take out those guys. Oh my god! Did that just... So... You're all good, man. I appreciate it. So, the Claim Slice is one of the best swords in the game, and we just randomly got it from a drop. So, that's kind of amazing, and this seed is ridiculous. Like, wow. What the hell? Alright, sweet. That is absurd. What the heck is this? This doesn't always happen, let me tell you what. And there's skeleton blades as well. If you don't have, like Black Panther to get that, you can use a winged skeleton soul to actually hit that. Let me show you. You should be able to just get it. I'm pretty sure. Not 100% certain of that, but I'm pretty sure you can use a winged skeleton to hit that and get that item. And we should be able to use Black Panther to get this, I hope. It'd be sad if we can't, because that is a really good piece of armor for us. There's got to be some way. There's got to be. Ah, there must be. Because that might be Dracula's tunic, which is really, really good. Looks like we can't yet, which is a little bit sad. But we should definitely remember to come back to that when we can get it. Go ahead and mark this off. And that one is left long. I really can't see what's what. Top left, so I think we can mark that off. Okay, we can come back for that. That's okay. But wow, this seed is crazy. And another one in the form of Gravekeeper. Wow. Okay, so we need to mark you and you. Very good. So we got the Skeleton Blaze. This is the slide. This doesn't do like a whole lot necessarily in the grand scheme of things, but there are a couple of sliding points that you need to slide through. Little gaps that you have to slide through. Go ahead and deal with these nerds. We are just going to be wrecking everything with this weapon now, by the way, if you didn't know. Okay, so we should now need to mark off. It's really hard to see what's where. There we go. All right. What was I saying? Yeah, there's a few slide spots in the game. You can get past those either with Skeleton Blaze, or if you have Giant Bat, you can actually turn into a bat and pass through them that way too. So if you get either one of those souls, that's some good progress for you. More so in the case of Giant Bat, though, for obvious reasons, if you know the main game at all. Okay, so that was that one. Which I didn't click it, which is annoying, and that one as well. There we go. I'm just gonna leave the mouse cursor there so I remember where I'm going. Let's head on down. Save point here that I would recommend using, because there's a boss coming up, although you'll probably be fine with it anyways. Head over here. Take out these nerds. There's quite a few nerds, so we'll take them all out, because that's what we do. And here's our buddy Manticore. He's not very hard. Even with, like, you know, basic weapons, he's still not too difficult. And you'll probably have a decent soul by this point, too. So there you go, we did it. Watch out for his tail, because that can poison you, but other than that, you don't need to stress too much. Get a flame necklace there. Here's a hidden wall that we can bust open. Containing money, amazing. Okay, so that's gonna be that one, and that one. Which it's very hard to see if I've clicked it, okay. Now, looking at the map tracker, oh, hello. Basilisk. That increases your defense and reduces your offense. That's not a huge one. I don't like that one too much. I think I wanted to say with, get another one, I guess, while we're at it. I wanted to say with Black Panther, you can get up here. You might need, double jump as well. Never mind then. But we should be able to get over to the right. Possibly? We'll see. Are the souls passive? The passive souls are the yellow ones. The yellow ones are passive upgrades. The blue ones are ones you use on your R button and can do all sorts of things, like some of them like summon familiars, or flying armor, for example, lets you like float when you jump. And then red ones are kind of like your sub-weapons that you would have in other Castlevania games. They can be like magic spells or like throwing out certain weapons, things like that. And they all use MP, although yellow ones are just passive things, so they don't. But the other two, yeah, they require MP to use. Anyway, is it possible for us to get over to the other section, I wonder? It is saying that that's possible with what we've got. Hey Flynn, how's it going, man? I'm gonna say, looks like a no, actually. That's interesting. Alright, it does, the map does appear to say that we can get up there. I'm not... Oh, maybe... Oh, probably from the other side, actually. Hold up. They're existing? Well, I mean, existing is fine, I suppose. Oh, yeah, we should just be able to jump over here, I reckon. Up, there you go. It is curious that the map tracker says we can get up there, because I personally don't see a way to do that. Ah, another lame night? I'm sorry to hear that, man. That's no fun. Golem, hey, that's worth putting on. That's the wrong menu, I do that all the time. Golem increases our strength. Really nice. Let's put it on, because you can never have enough damage. So I guess we'll ignore those checks for now then, because apparently I don't see a way to jump up to them. I feel like we at least need double jump that we don't have, but oh well. This is why I don't use map trackers, because I don't trust them half the time. I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying. Alright. Hello, zombie soldier soul. I didn't know it was you. It's an uncursed potion. Lovely. So now we come to the study, by the way, which is here. Oop. Let me click you, please. It's very difficult to do. Is that even the right spot? Sword room, yes. I want to see if we can get up here, because I feel like we can. See, map tracker, what are you talking about? That's a claymore. I know, it's such a whittle map, and I apologize for that. But it hopefully gets the point across. It's whittle on my screen, too, don't you worry. That's this one, right? No, that's the puzzle room. That one, double jump room, but I got it anyway. Can I mark it off? Does it let you do that? I don't know how map trackers work. It doesn't let me do that. Whatever, we'll mark it off when we can. A beef curry, hell yeah. Now, I often find a soul in this spot, but not always, and today is one of those days where it was, you know, not always. Getting like level ups. We probably can't actually do this, huh? Because, yeah, we're gonna say we need double jump for that. Might be able to see what's up there. That looks like an item of some sort. Have we found cream soda yet? Actually, no, we have not. I'm hoping we will. This will be a disappointing run if we don't. Thank you, Club. And you can ride on these dudes, which is kind of funny, and actually can be used for progress a bit later on. Hop on up here. Here's another sneaky wall. It contains a gladius. Lovely. That should be this one. Studies, I believe so. What is that one to the left of that? Butcher's, I did that. Okay. I need to make sure I'm following properly on the map here. Something I'm not used to doing. That was money. Alright, great. Mark that off in a moment. Watch out for those dudes because they curse you and it sucks. If you get cursed, it drains your MP, as you can see. This one, right? Yep. Alright, moving on. Head on down here. We can see an item. It's a beef curry. We can... Oh, in fact, we can reach it. Not the worst thing it could do. That's true. Yeah, since we have the slide, we can actually reach that, which is cool. But you can also see what it is if you don't have it. So that should be this one. Yep. Hello, person. That's not important, because we are not interested in the story. Hop over here for a cream puff. Amazing. Which will be that one. And since we have the backdash, we can actually get in here. I noticed on the map tracker, this is yellow. This is a yellow thing on the map if you don't have the backdash. So there must be some kind of glitch you can do to get in here without it. I have no idea what that would be. Because like I said, I don't know any tricks in this game. I sure wish I did, because this one sucks. Because this is one thing that you otherwise have to come all the way back for once you get backdash. And that's a giant bat. Excellent. That's going to get us a whole bunch of stuff. As you can see, many things are now green. Let's go. So that was this one. And then we can go ahead and fight the boss over here. Now, one of the main reasons you want to fight the boss of the study here is because this will give you access, this will give you access to the shop, because this is where Hammer is hanging out. He will be super easy with the claims to life. What a shock, he was a bit of a joke. Here's Hammer. We'll go chat with him later. Get ourselves a Chrono Mage Soul there, interesting. Go ahead and mark that off, like so, good stuff, alright. Ah. And yeah, once you've seen the cutscene here, this will always spawn a Buer. Sometimes it's not a bad idea to like grind for this Buer soul if you want. It doesn't take very long if you've got even remotely a decent weapon. Do this for just a minute or so and see if we happen to get lucky. And we did, and we got a Mimic Soul, which is actually pretty good. Mimic doesn't sound amazing, but this actually adds up really fast. So each time you take damage, you will gain money while you do this. So we're just gonna put this on while we're out and about. Sadly, most things are only doing 1 damage to us anyway, but this is actually a pretty good way to grind for money, for example, because like if you go, there's a save point in the clock tower that's right next to a pit of spikes. So what you can do is hop into the spikes, and the spikes always do a set amount of damage, I believe. So you can just hop into the spikes over and over, immediately go and save to heal up, and just do that over and over again, and it's great. So since we have the giant bat, we can now fly on up here. Get ourselves an armor of water, which actually might not be bad. Actually, the silver plate is surprisingly better. That's fine. Go ahead and mark that one. There we go. But yeah, if you don't know, the way you're supposed to do this is you would push this crate down to the left and then use the double jump to get up there. But we can just fly up there instead. Here we get an uncursed potion. Amazing! Oh yeah, now we can mark off that other check that we got here. There we go, good stuff. Swap back over to Black Panther so we can speed things up. Take out all the dudes. Yeah, I mean, money is money, you're not wrong, like everything adds up. But there's better ways to get money with this soul, but it's honestly, in my opinion, the earlier you get Mimic, the better. Because you'll just be taking damage while you're out and about. And that's when it really starts adding up. Okay, so now we can get the other couple things in the chapel here. We should go back and get that Dracula's tunic as well. That would be a wise decision. There's an imp. Take out all the dudes. I want to say these winged skeletons might be infinitely spawning as well. But no matter. We can simply fly our way to victory, and we shall do so. Watch out for them. Get a harpy? Yeah, decent. I suppose we should put on a... I don't know if I use harpy that much. Like I said, I say this about a lot of souls in the game. I wonder if you can damage boost up there. I don't know. Maybe. Like I said, couldn't tell you. Don't know any tricks in this. Ooh, hello. This is important. That could be good too. Here is an ancient book. Gonna mark that, and we're also gonna mark this on the map. There we go. So, what does this do? This is gonna tell us what yellow soul we need to get past Graham. A reincarnation of the ancient snake god. Now, I think that might be a Quetzalcoatl that we might not have seen yet. So this is why I was saying it's a good idea to kill at least once of every enemy you see. Yeah, there we go. So what the books do in this randomizer is they will give you the enemy description of the soul that you need to get past Graham. So here now we know that we need the Quetzalcoatl soul. We don't have it yet, I don't believe. I might be mistaken on that though. No, we don't. Once we get the Quetzalcoatl soul, we can actually right-click the book here to mark that we have it, but we don't yet. So yeah, there we go. Now we know. Good stuff. And that is why I recommend killing one of each enemy you come across. Wow, the ghost dancers seem to drop their soul a lot. Because that puts them into the book for you. Wrong thing, there we go. Pop up here. Is this gonna be Quetzalcoatl? No, it's gonna be Skula, actually. Very nice. So Skula does a heck of a lot. Is that the right one? Yes. Well, it is saying we don't have access to some stuff in the... reservoir. Why would that be? Because you would think Skula would be the thing to do that. What would... Double jump does it, huh? Interesting. Maybe you can't use the bat underwater? I don't know. That's weird. The map is a bit drunk, isn't it? Oh, we can fly up here. Oh, come on, Soma. We have just enough magic to go over here. We'll just hop over there to activate the warp. So, to activate a warp room, you just have to go into the room. You don't have to use the warp or anything. So now that warp is ready for us. Now we're gonna head back, and oh, there's one item in here we can get too. Annoyingly, we're having a bit of trouble with magic. I have to be very conservative here. I was not conservative. Do we have anything to help with that? Nope. Yeah. Has that happened to me in the past? It might have done. I don't remember. It wouldn't surprise me. That sounds like a thing I would derp on. There we go. Now this actually might be enough with Black Panther here. Because Black Panther kind of lets you do some weird stuff like that. You can sort of pseudo-clip your way up these. That one might be a bit of a struggle though. That is a sword of some description. Odin did We're Doing a Symphony of the Night rando once. Oh no, that does not sound ideal. Why is that sword jiggling at us? What's that all about? Who knows? It's a Burt gang, amazing. Let's go ahead and mark that once I figure out where the heck I am on this thing. It's not an easy task, let me tell you. We are... Yeah, I knew that. Okay. I apologize for the very small map. I possibly could have shrunk the game screen and made the map a bit larger. But then we just have a bunch of blank space that I don't know what to do with, so look, stream layouts are hard, okay? I could like make it transparent over the game or something. Maybe that's a decent idea too. Yeah, look, if you haven't noticed, stream layouts have never been my strong point. Graphic design stuff in general has never been my strong point. But it's fine, we're rolling with things. We already got that. So yeah, we're going back here, because there was one more item we could get, and it's probably going to be very useful. I think it's Dracula's Tunic. I'm pretty sure it's the only armor that has that icon. Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. You're certainly not wrong. Now with Giant Bat, we can fly up here and get, yeah, Dracula's Tunic. Wow, this seed is ridiculous. This seed is so good. We have basically the best weapon in the game. And probably the best armor in the game. Half an hour into things. This is ridiculous. What is going on? Goodness knows. Let's go ahead and mark that as well. There we are. Okay, suppose while we're in the area, we can activate the other warp here. Yeah, this one is insane. Like, I've definitely had other seeds where we get, like, Black Panther and Hippogriff super early on. This one, we got Black Panther and Giant Bat really early on, which is basically the same thing. So yeah, so this checks, you specifically need Giant Bat to get it. Lets you fly up there. Yep, and Skula as well, which is really good. Because Skula is one of the souls you need to beat the game. Like, you could theoretically get by without, say, like the slide, or maybe Giant Bat if you have Hippogriff, or vice versa there. But Skula is one that is straight up required. With Giant Bat, we're just going to quickly stop by over here to the clock tower. You're absolutely not supposed to get in here this way, by the way, but with Giant Bat we can. It's a Chryslay. Hello, sir. How's it going? Hope you're doing all right. we're pretty much just gonna stop by to activate this here warp. There we go, we did it. And now I suppose we can warp back to, the start here. So now we can get a decent look at the map and where we've been. Yeah, we'll head back to the starting area here. Let's do it. We didn't find anything in the clock tower just there, did we? We did get that one item there. There we go. How are you doing, good sir? Now, since we have Giant Bat, we can get this item up here. We are over here on the map now, I should point out with the pointer. That's a thing we can do. Yet another strawberry. Amazing. Should be the middle one. You're great, glad to hear it. I'm doing well. Fly on up here. Guess we'll keep Giant Bat on for the moment. And get a potato pancake. Incredible. Just this one. If I can click it, which is again a difficult task with how small this is. There we go. Sure wish I had more screen space on this 1080p TV, my goodness. You're trying to use Kirby. Kirby's pretty cool. Oh, look, another silver plate. Wow, the silver plates are apparently very common, or I'm very lucky, or both. I don't know. All right. So, let's have a chat with Mr. Hammer. Now, the items that Hammer has are going to be randomized, as you would expect with a randomizer. He usually will always sell some form of healing item, some form of MP restoring item. He's got cream sodas, so this is just a blessed run. And a bunch of weapons. He's not your main, that's fair. But yeah, give him a go. Silver gun is decent, but yeah, we definitely don't need to buy a weapon here. Since we have the claims to life because we got lucky and found it. And we also probably don't need to buy an armor. Demon's Mail's not bad, and that's pretty good if you don't have anything better. But again, it's totally random what you're going to find in the shop here. Now what we should do is, since we have some excess things, we should sell some of them. Like, we don't need this Burt Gang. We don't need this let's keep something that's not the Claim Celeste just in case. So we'll keep the Levitain around. Sell a Claymore, sell a Battle Axe. We can sell these silver plates, which is really nice, so we'll do that for a fair chunk of money. Armor of Water we don't need. We don't really need any of this stuff other than Dracula's Tunic here. Make sure we don't accidentally sell Dracula's Tunic though, because that would be sad. That's fine, we'll get the point across there. So generally a good strategy is, if you happen to see if the zombies drop something useful that sells for a lot of money, that can be a good strategy to grind up some money pretty easily. So we know on this seed, the zombies drop a silver plate, which sells for a fair bit. So that's a good way to potentially grind for money if you need it. What we're going to do is we're going to buy all the cream sodas, because of course we are. And we should buy a bunch of high mind-ups too. There we go. Anything else we might want? We could get these potato pancakes as well. We already have a few. We'll do fine with the cream sodas, I think. And we don't really need anything else. No, we should be good. All right, nice. But it's always interesting to see what Hammer has in the shop, because he can have a lot of stuff, potentially really good items and stuff. And we get a spoiled milk up here. Amazing. Now, the spoiled items are interesting. If you don't know, the spoiled milk, for example, will put Soma down to 1 HP. But if you have the Flesh Golem Soul, which is a yellow soul, if you have that equipped and you eat it, it will restore all of your health, which can be very useful. Same thing with rotten meat as well. Now another thing is if you chat to Mina here, she will restore all of your health and magic. So that's a nice quick way to be topped up on health and magic should you need it. But, rambling aside, now the question is kind of, where do we want to go? Why don't we briefly stop by the reservoir again? Let's also save since we haven't done that in a minute. Never hurts to save in this. There we go. Take out some dudes, as we do. And now we're looking for this opening up here. Takes a minute apparently. Here it is. With a giant bat we can get up here. You can also use the Undying Soul and a double jump to get up here too, because you can stand on the water and jump up there. But this gets the job done for us nicely. So we can go back to Black Panther, we can just kind of one-shot these dudes, and we get a rune ring. The rune ring is pretty nice. What this does is it will increase your MP recovery, which can be really nice if you're using a lot of souls and stuff. So, very useful ring there. But we don't need it right now, so we'll keep it off for the time being. Now, the map tracker says we can't go to the reservoir, which I disagree with, but whatever. If that's what it thinks, that's what it thinks. Let us mark off the one check that we got, which is this one. There we go. I'm not good at map trackers, okay, friends? I'm sure you are all aware of this. By the fact that I barely used them. Alright. I guess we'll just keep going with the standard progression here, and we'll head over to the dance hall. This would be where we go next. Except the difference is you would normally have the double jump to do it, but we have our own ways with the form of a flying bat. So yeah, we are here on the map, if you're wondering. There is one item for us. It'll be over here. Swap back to Black Panther pretty often just to speed things up. And a rare ring. That is potentially worth considering, actually. What the rare ring does is it'll give you a bit more luck and increase the drop rate of stuff. So I would say that's worth it, because you never know what you're going to find. Need to swap back to Giant Bat for that. Also need to click that item off. I'm really bad at this. There we go. Probably need to keep the bat on for now. There's a siren. She's dead. Another one. Hopefully that's all. It might not be all we need. We'll just keep it on for now, I guess. And we come to the dance hall. This is the next main area we're supposed to go to when we get the double jump from the study, which we still don't have yet, but that's fine. Like I said, we have a bat that lets us do basically everything the double jump lets us do anyway. Head up here. Come up here to a save point, because we might as well. Never hurts to save in this, trust me. So where are we? We're up here on the map now. I'll leave my mouse in a reasonably helpful location so you can make note of where we are. Should refer to the map every so often so you can see it a lot easier. Because, you know, very small map is very small. And yeah, thank you to the noob setting, we can see that there's a sneaky hidden wall here. It led to ramen. Incredible. I'll go ahead and mark that off. That should be this one, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. There's a couple more checks up here. Ow. I'll take you out as well. And then we can fly up here. It's kind of a weird one to be showing, isn't it? Because we don't have the double jump that you would normally get. It's kind of odd. It might be in, like, there's a couple places earlier on it could have been, actually. We maybe should have gone and checked some of that. So I will attempt to show this off in the best way I know. In fact, we might be able to do this with Black Panther, even. You can jump off this fella. And this is a way you can actually make it up here. There you go. With the double jump soul, that's another way to get up there. It's probably how you're supposed to do it. Up here we have a soul of some description. It's Une, amazing. We went to the right room, yes, we should mark that off as well. It's so hard to see. Gonna be complaining about it all stream. Ooh, it's a gun! Sadly, the handgun is terrible. Like, it's really not very good, and I'll show it in a moment once I manage to mark this. There we go. It does, like, basically whatever your, like, default strength is. It's cool, but it sucks, which is a shame. Get gunned! Yeah! Handgun! We did it. It took 1,000 hits. There is a better version of the handgun called the silver gun, which I think we actually saw in the shop before, didn't we? The silver gun is actually good. It's basically the same thing, but actually does damage. But the default handgun is terrible, unfortunately. Go ahead and save again, because we can. Alright. Next thing we're going to do is we'll head over to the left here, because there is a warp we can activate, and it's always a nice thing to activate warps when we're nearby, so we might as well. Howdy, Mr. Lunatic. How's it going, man? Good to see you. Here's a nemesis, we'll take her out. Activate the warp, like so, because that's a helpful thing to do. This is, you know what, honestly, why don't we come back here in a moment? I actually want to go back and check some of the earlier things. I think that might be wise. Because I have a suspicion that the game wouldn't put double jump super late into the seed, so I feel like it must be earlier on here. So we're actually going to head back to this area here. Because there were a couple things that we needed the bat to get. So weird that they give us the bat first. Broadsword. Sometimes it's just interesting to see what stuff the enemies drop. It's cool. So that's one of the reasons I really like this randomizer, is because it can be really, really different between seeds. Because like the souls you randomly find are going to be different, the items you use are going to be different, the weapons and armor that you get is going to be different. So it's a really cool randomizer in that aspect, because you're rarely going to get the same thing, which is, you know, how all randomizers go. So we can get up to get this now. It's a Kaiser Knuckle, alrighty. Which is decent, not a bad weapon. It hits a bunch really fast. But of course the Claim Slice is better for us. Back over to Black Panther. Having breakfast? I appreciate you stopping by, man. Hope breakfast is good. Ah, this has got to be double jump. Yup, that makes a lot of sense. Okay, I'm glad I came back. Now we'll be able to get around so much easier. And that, apparently, that puts all of the reservoir in logic. So, is there anything that we can't get to now? There are a couple things, yes. Not much. Like, we can't get to this item here, because you need, what's the soul? Galamoth. And what's this one down here? Oh, these ones require a Rush Soul that we don't have, and Undyne as well, but we'll hopefully find those soon. But, pretty much everything else in the game, we should be able to get to. Yeah, it is the weirdest phrasing of double jump. There is some odd phrasing of some of the soul descriptions in this game. Like, some of them are just straight up wrong. Like, I feel like there's a few like mistranslations and stuff, which is unfortunate. Alright, so let's head back to where we were now. We'll do things in like a sort of, you know, expected progression, since we basically have the ability to do so here. Probably text limitations, that's actually a fair point as well, yeah. Go ahead and save. Never hurts to save, trust me. In these kind of Metroidvania games that have save points, I save all the time. So get used to it, is basically what I'm saying. Make our way on back. Oh, they can drop a high potion as well, interesting. Yeah, now with the double jump, it's a lot easier to get around, rather than having to swap to the bat all the time. Okay, so I'll put the mouse. We are back in the dance hall now. We could potentially do this. Let me see how this looks on the screen. We could do something like that. I mean, that might be better. That's a nice map option. Yeah, it's definitely easier to see, isn't it? Maybe we'll do this. It depends on how the sections look. Maybe not a bad idea, huh? Probably they're going to be like various different sizes though, but yeah, we'll see what happens. So this item here happens to be a soul. It's a Quetzalcoatl. Alrighty, that's actually good. We needed that, so nice. So that should be this one. That looks a lot better. Yeah, okay, we'll see how we go with that then. So, Quetzalcoatl. It doesn't do a whole lot. It increases your constitution, which is essentially amounts to an increase in defense. But we needed this because the yellow book said that it's the reincarnation of an ancient snake god, which happens to be, if I can find the right thing, a Quetzalcoatl description. So we did it. Let's put this marked down as we have it. There we go. That's the reasoning behind all that. Good stuff. Let's continue on. now we have like the blue, random blue, but you know what? Give us a moment here. I wonder if I can color key this out. That might be a good idea. I'm not into anime. It's never really been my thing, no. I can't say it's something I would never look at, but it's not something I've really seen much of. Let's see, give me 1 second here. Is it color key? I think it's color key. That looks a bit better. There we go. Fair enough. Yeah, I tend to say that about, you know, a lot of things that, that I haven't really gotten into. It's like, it might be my thing. I don't know. You know? Ghost Dancer. Okay, that's not bad either. Ghost Dancer Soul is not bad because it increases your luck, and more luck can be good because more potential item drops, more potential soul drops can be very useful. Flame Demon. Flame Demon's real good. Flame Demon's a very good red soul, so I'm glad to see that. Alright, so that was this check, wasn't it? Yes. We have... Oh, there's Undyne. Nice. That will definitely help us out. Out of curiosity, does that add anything? Let's see. I don't immediately spot any color changes, so I'm going to assume no. Here is Dance Hall. There we go. But hey, Undyne is good, because that is another thing that we're going to need to access. It's at this point for us, it's pretty much just access to like the forbidden area. But it can be helpful too. Like in the normal game, this would give us access to what's the area called? The Floating Gardens. Okay, we also got that. I need to be marking things on the map, which I'm not doing for some reason. All right, come over here to fight Mr. Big Golem. He's not going to be too difficult because nothing in this seed is, since we have a very good weapon on us. Yeah, you can hit him in the head or the legs. There you go, we did it. Now, you don't have to grab the orbs that the bosses drop as well, but if you feel like you need a health or magic top-up, then that's what that's all about. Aku Nitsuna, amazing. Now, this is an interesting one here. I'm going to try to show this off. This is Tsuchinoko here. This guy is a real pain to grind for in the vanilla game, and he's just as much of a pain to grind for here. He shows up every so often, and if you don't have the strength to kill him before he runs away, it's not worth the time. He also poisons you because he's mean like that. But yeah, not really worth the time to try to grind for him in the randomizer, so just don't. Like seriously, just don't. There's really no point. Unless you really want to go for like, you know, soul percent and try to get all the souls. Not really sure why you'd want to do that in a randomizer, but I guess you could. Persephone, it's a funny soul, but not very good, unfortunately. You summon a vacuum, and you use it to suck up enemies' health. It's quite humorous. But not what we're after. Alright. Make our way on over this way. We can slide under here. We could also use Giant Bat. Minotaur's Dead Warrior Soul. Dead Warrior this does not do what it says it does. It's something like you can get out of Soma's falling damage animation when you get attacked. If you're attacked while in midair, you could regain control of Soma, I think is what it does. So they just straight up got the text wrong on that one. Dead Warrior's a weird one. We're gonna get 2 of them in a row, apparently. But yeah, here's a pretty sneaky one. Now there's a couple ways you can get up here. If you have Giant Bat, you can just fly up there, if you have the Kick a Skeleton Soul, you can actually do a dive kick off of the little candle here and the chandelier to get up that way as well. That's a pretty sneaky one. But since we have Giant Bat, that's the way we're going to do it here. Go on back to Black Panther afterwards. I think there's always a mimic up here. We got coffee. Incredible. Yep, good old chandelier helping us out. Yeah, you would dive kick off of this, then off of the chandelier, and then you can do a double jump off of that to get up there. Pretty neat. Now let's see how the inner quarters are going to look. Not bad, actually. Okay, nice. Yeah, this is probably a much better way to do it, huh? There might be some areas that are too big. Oh, yeah, absolutely. That's one way you can get there. I'm not sure when you're expected to actually go back and do that. That might be... It could be when you have the bat, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, that is definitely intentional. But yeah, there's also a sneaky little secret down here. Also, we got this item. I need to be marking things. That's the whole point of this. But yeah, two hidden floors and walls here. Leads to 2 items. None of which were helpful, but hey, we did it. Yes. We actually don't have the Peeping Eye Soul, but we set the Noob flag, which reveals the whole map and shows you where all the secret walls are, which I felt would be good for a, you know, beginner-friendly, explainy, tutorial-y thing like this. So I'd never actually used it before. I was like, hey, why not? Chuck it on. Now, there is one item we can't get here. You see the one red item here. This requires the Galamoth Soul that we don't have. If we try to go this way, Mr. Bunny Rabbit kicks us out and we just can't go that way. So you need the Galamoth Soul to go that way. So sadly, we're probably going to have to come back later. Will I grab a copy of the Pokemon remake? Honestly, probably not. Like, I haven't been interested in Pokemon in a really long time. Like, for reference, the last Pokemon game I played was the original Diamond. So it's been like 15 years. It's been a long time. Anyway, here we have Headhunter. It was a bit of a strange boss. Depending on what you have, Headhunter can be kind of tricky. Like if we were to use a slightly, you know, less overpowered weapon for the sake of demonstration. Like what? Gladius, maybe? Just to actually show the boss fight in some capacity for once. Hey Otto, how's it going? So there's a couple things she can do. She can attack you with the knife that she's holding, which I do believe poisons you if you get hit by it, so be wary of that. Then we have the weird old man head here. And he starts floating around. This one's not too bad, you just need to dodge the lightning, which I didn't do a very good job of doing. There's not really much more to it than that. What soul do we have? What red soul are we using? Do we have anything better? Flame Demon's good, actually. So kind of enjoy playing it casually? That's fair enough. That'll do some pretty good damage too. Uses up a lot of MP though. And then the third head is the hardest. It turns into a weird lizard thing. The thing to watch out for with the lizard is it can poison you, so be wary of that. I believe it does it with this little, like, poisony dust that it shoots out sometimes. We will try to avoid it if it happens. Yeah, quite literally, exactly. I'm not doing a lot this time around. That was easy, okay. He never did the poison move, oh well. And I often see Black Panther on Headhunter specifically. I don't know why. It's very strange. Either way, we did it. Alright. Let's go back to the Claim Slice while we're out and about. And climb this big old tower up here. I do like the atmosphere in this section, it's pretty cool. Like all the thunder and stuff, it's neat. So we have some tea, amazing. And some grapes, so worth our time to come up here, huh? That's alright. Hello, little camel, how's it going? Hope you are doing well. Thank you for stopping by. Alright, now we make our way on through the rest. There's no need to go to this room over here, so don't do it. I'm doing well, thank you. Now, there's a couple ways you can do this. The expected way to do this, I'll show you, is with Undyne. You can stand on the water and double jump up here. But another way, potential way you can do it is if you have Giant Bat, you can just get up that way. Or if you have Black Panther, let's put Mimic back on. You can actually do a fancy jump like this and double jump up that way. It's pretty cool. Being lazy in the hotel? Fair enough. Yeah, it's kind of cold down here, huh? Alright, but we do want to go this way, because this will lead to a warp, and it never hurts to grab the warps. Because you never know when you're going to need to come back here. We should also take out this enemy. That's a Kyoma demon. He can be kind of annoying to kill sometimes, depending on the weapons you have. There we go. Got that ready to go. Yeah, it gets pretty cold around these parts. That is a gold ring, I think. Not bad. Take out all these nerds. Get another beef curry, apparently. There we go, get a gold ring for our troubles. What the gold ring does is it'll make enemies drop money every so often. I'm not sure if it replaces the, like their normal drop tables. I'm actually not sure. 4? Really? Gosh, Flynn, what the heck? I hope I'm interpreting that as 4 degrees. That sounds very cold if that's the case. Goodness, that is very cold. Wow. Alright, so we have made it to the top floor. Boop. Does that get everything? It doesn't quite, actually. A little bit that's cut off. Let me fix that. Hang on a second. We go... this. Give me a moment. I want to make sure this looks good. There we go. That's better. Okay. Not the coldest it gets here? Oh, wow. Yeah, that is... I didn't realize it got that cold around those parts. Alright, so... we might as well do the top floor while we're here. This is generally one of the last areas of the game you would normally go to. So yeah, we have to be a bit on the careful side while we're here. Because the enemies here are going to be quite strong for our level. But we can get everything except one check here. Ooh, Valkyrie Soul ain't bad. I might show that off. The Valkyrie Soul is pretty cool. It requires quite a bit of MP. But this happens. A big lady comes out and uses a sword, and it's great. Now these final guards are really annoying. Gets below freezing every year? Man. I guess that's how winter works in the US, huh? You guys, like, actually have snow. Crazy. Here's a blue soul. That's very convenient, I suppose. That's funny. Go ahead and mark that. There we go. Now, if we can skip past the other final guards here, I think we'll do so. Let's heal up a little bit with some cream soda, the tried and true. The final guard guarding his soul. Kind of strange, isn't it? Annoyingly, we're going to have to change to Giant Bat here. There we go. Here's another sneaky hidden room. Another blue soul. Death? Okay, cool. Go ahead and mark that. That's not what I wanted. That's what I wanted. Again, we might as well try to take out one of each enemy while we're here. Yeah, the Valkyrie Soul does some crazy damage, so it's real strong. I missed. Makes me sad. Red Minotaurs are pretty scary. Some have gotten to the high 30s. Yeah, that's kind of par for the course down here. Which we'll probably be experiencing soon, in fact. Alright, next up we will drop by and get the warp here, which is right here. And then there's one item down here we can grab as well. Aha, blue book. Sydney gets to mid-40s, really, Knack? Wow, I didn't realize that. That is a blue book for us, which is here. Annoyingly, on the tracker, the books are in the wrong order, and it makes me mad. It should be red, blue, yellow, but it's blue, red, yellow. Why? Anyway. Ancient Book 2. Dracula's Confidant. That is death. I can tell you for a fact that that is the Death Soul. So we got that. Very good. Yeah, that is crazy, Knack. Wow. You just have a huge contrast, yeah. Alright, so we got this check, by the way. Don't forget to mark things off. That's the whole point of the map tracker. Need to be mindful of the health situation, but we also have a fair chunk of healing items, so I'm not too concerned, but let's not get hit any more than we have to. Head up this way next. Excuse me, Miss Succubus! Time to heal. Let's just eat a beef curry, which is going to restore all of our health. Definitely true, right? Something like that. How's it going, Crowspear? It is really annoying, because it's supposed to be red, blue, yellow, but they got it wrong on the tracker, and it makes me mad. It's been a bit. How you been? Alright, so there's a secret back here. It has a Yasutsuno, which is a pretty decent weapon for us. Now, the Iron Golem is an interesting enemy here. I'm right. Darn right I am. No, I don't know. The Iron Golem is an interesting enemy here. Pretty much every attack in the game will do 1 damage to it, and it has 9999 health, or maybe 999 health. The way you're supposed to beat this guy is you need the Killer Mantle Soul, which swaps enemies' health and MP values around. So that is how you can instantly kill this guy, and that's how you're expected to kill him. No worries, Knack. Have a good dinner. And yeah, I'll see you next time, man. Thank you for stopping by. I really appreciate it, guys. Have a good one. Okay, so, a couple more things in this room. Been working all the time? Yeah, fair enough. Can relate on that one. I've been working quite a bit these days as well. Fly on up here for a Milliken Sword. Shall mark that. Milliken Sword is pretty decent. How much damage does it do? 79. Yeah, it's not bad. And it can turn things to stone, which is cool as well. Enemies turn to stone, I think you can sometimes, like, insta-kill them. I'm not 100% sure if that's how it works. But either way, it's pretty interesting. Does pretty decent damage, too. So we want to be here. Yeah. Let's actually stop by the save room. We can dodge all the enemies. Because I would definitely like to heal up. Which should be just here, I do believe. There we go. Been a minute since we've saved, so definitely a good idea. Change over to Giant Bat, fly up here, and we'll be able to get this item underneath the castle keep here. It's a Poison Fist. Alrighty, great, wonderful. And as you can see, there's one more thing for us to get here. Pretty annoying when you don't have Hippogriff. You have to swap around to the Giant Bat Soul all the time. But it's fine, we'll make do. Aha! It's the Red Book. Wow, okay. If we happen to have this soul, that's crazy. A Fiend Born... I think that's a Flame Demon. So actually, yes, I think we do have all the souls. We could just fight Graham now and get that done with. Should we do that? I mean, we could do that, right? That's hilarious. Wow, this would be... If I weren't, you know, explaining this and showing this off, this could potentially be a very fast seed, yeah. This could have been a super fast seed. This would have been crazy fast if I had been, you know, just doing this as a standard run, but wow. So, with Graham here, we know that we're gonna need Flame Demon, we're gonna need Death, and we're gonna need Quetzalcoatl. We will be able to confirm that we're right halfway through the fight. Graham will tell us, you'll see what I mean when we get there. But let's go do it. We might as well while we're here. So let's go. Also, we can mark that we did that. There we are. All right, let's do it. Hello, Graham. Let's fight. Yeah, fighting. We should be totally fine with this since we have the Claim Slice. You can attack his fireballs that he sends out too. But honestly, I don't really have too many tips for this fight because the souls that you have to fight him with are going to be different. But just be wary of dodging his attacks. Hope you have a decent weapon to fight him with, like we certainly do. Yeah, exactly, Flynn. But you can jump over and duck under these Dark Infernos that he sends out. As you can see, not too bad. Eventually, he'll appear in the middle and start doing something different here. Yes, this is actually one of the strongest swords in the game that we just randomly happen to find, so this seed is ridiculous. And kind of hilarious that I'm doing this for like a tutorial-y sort of thing. So yeah, now he appears in the middle, and he sends out the fireballs in this weird pattern. It's honestly pretty easy to dodge. And yeah, if he says this, if he says, I can't believe it, how did you come to possess those powers? Then you've got it right. You've got the 3 correct souls. And you can proceed to skip the cutscene. So now we get to the next part of the fight. This part of the fight is a lot easier if you have the slide soul, because you can just stay crouched and avoid the hands here and slide out of the way of the big laser beam of death. And it's even better if you have a weapon that you can stay crouched with to hit him, which I'm surprised to see that the Claim Celeste doesn't actually do that. But that is okay. The mod sword, heck yeah, I like it. Just watch out for the hands. This is honestly, like, the attacks for this part are pretty easy to dodge. If you do get hit by the laser beam though, it does a lot of damage, so yeah, be careful with that. I think you can actually damage the thing up the top as well, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, you can. I don't think I've ever taken the time to destroy it. Might be interesting to try. But also you can just attack the main part too. Ow. Okay, a bit of damage going on. I should probably stop messing around now and actually do what I'm supposed to do, huh? But yeah, as long as you stay crouched, you're pretty much fine. Flame Demon is a vanilla requirement. Yes, that's true, so it's kind of funny that we got that. Along with Giant Bat and Succubus are the other souls you need in the vanilla game. Watch out for those. Let's be patient. So yeah, the laser beam tries to follow you, and once it gets to where you're standing, it'll shoot the laser beam down. Pretty easy to move out of the way. You really just gotta take your time with this. Should be close by now. There we go. And yeah, it'll double confirm it if he says that. But yeah, we're good. And we can skip the cutscene like so. There we go, we did it. Alright. And here we have a steel plate and a warhammer. Fantastic. We should also mark that we've killed Graham, which makes this an option now. There we go. The legendary Warhammer, yeah, exactly. What do you mean? You did see Neck. He's been around. That's not the save room. Okay. So we can do a bit of interesting routing here. We could head to the clock tower now if we want. We should have, at the very least, opened the shortcut. And I mean, I guess we might as well fight death as well. So we'll go ahead and whack this here Wrecking Ball of Doom. There we go, we did it. So this is a nice shortcut. We might as well fight death while we're at it. Why not? It's interesting that we are like in super go mode already though. So like we could be done with this seed, but of course I want to show where all the checks are. Let's see how the clock tower looks here. Pretty good actually, nice. Okay, this is definitely much better. Looks like it's still a little bit cut off. Let me fix that. I came in like a wrecking ball, heck yeah. Take out these dudes. Let's fix this 1 second. That's better, okay. No, he left for dinner. Alright, so we're gonna go and take the fight to Death himself up here. Now Death can be quite a tricky fight for a new player. So I might try to go into all of his attacks and the best ways to dodge them and stuff here. If I can explain it well, which I don't know if I can, but I'm gonna try. So the first phase, he has his scythe here that you have to damage. And he sends out little death scythes as well. And he kind of, you know, sends this about. Maybe I should try not to use Black Panther as well, although you'll probably have it, hopefully by this point anyway. Yeah, this part's not too bad. There's one attack I'm thinking of that I want to see if he does. Or does he do that later? Maybe he does that later. Yeah, this one. So he can send out little laser beams. If you just kind of stutter walk like this, they shouldn't hit you. Or basically just keep moving and you'll be fine. Like that. That's pretty much all the attacks in this first phase. So now we shall go ahead and beat the heck out of a scythe. We did it. And now we fight the actual death. So this attack you want to duck. This attack you can also duck under. Get in some damage while we're at it. A lot of the time I feel you want to stay ducking in this fight. It's a cool scythe, yeah. Yeah, he does this attack a lot, it seems. And this one you want to double jump. Because it kind of goes around the room. Once you see him throw it off screen, that attack you also want to double jump. Once you see him throw the scythe off screen like that, double jump and try to move towards the scythe, and you should hopefully jump over it. That one is pretty quick. That one's a pretty tough one to dodge. This one again, so we jump over. It's cold down here too, let me tell you what, Chris. But I think that's about everything here. If you have the slide, that can help you out in dodging too. Helps you get towards him. There we go. Not bad. Also be wary. The scythe can hit you when he's dying. Just keep that in mind. Oh, wow. That's a spot for Hippogriff. Interesting. I wonder if that's going to be a, an item check too. That's interesting. I don't know. I didn't mean to mark that off, by the way, because the actual check is over here. Yeah, of course it is. We have winter. You think we're some kind of desert wasteland, Chris? That is an interesting spot for that, yeah. Alright, we're just gonna tank it through this guy. Look, I mean, the middle of Australia is kind of a desert wasteland, but the rest, not so much, no. You know, I will take those. I'm kidding, you're fine. Yeah, I mean, it's still kind of cold. It's supposed to be warming up, but it has been kind of abnormally cold this month. Anyway, we're just going on here. We did get that check, didn't we? It's all good, man. Alright, this secret wall over here can be pretty annoying to get to, actually. If you have a big weapon, like the Claim Slice here, you can do that. Otherwise, you could use a soul like, let's see, do we have like Evil Butcher, for example? No, you could use something like Evil Butcher, Harpy would probably do it. Some kind of projectile would be a good way to open that. Because otherwise you have to deal with the spikes and it's a pain. Okay, so that should be this one here, I do believe. Clock Tower Secret, yes. Kez is never mad at me. I mean, okay, maybe sometimes, but he doesn't mean it. I hope he doesn't mean it. Anyways, let's go ahead and save. There's a save room over here, by the way. What yellow soul do we have on? Mimic. We can probably change that to Golem now. We should be fine on money. Alright, now we'll head down and get a couple checks that are here. Very aggressively, yeah, absolutely. That's actually a very good way to describe it. Okay, so if we go to the right, that will lead back to that warp we were at earlier. If we go to the left, there's 2 items we can get down this path, I do believe. Yeah. Here we get a silver plate that we already had, so that's just wonderful. This room can be kind of annoying to deal with. If you have like Medusa head, that's a good way to help out. Otherwise, yeah, just jump across and hope you don't fall on the spikes. It's kind of hard to give like strategies for a lot of rooms and stuff because you're gonna have such different equipment on each run, I feel. So yeah, in some ways it can be kind of hard to give like the best strategies for some of these obstacles that we deal with. But I'm trying. Alright. Then we head down here for one lone check on its own. It's a high potion that we can't even use. Oh well. We'll mark it. And that's everything in the clock tower. Where do we want to go next? I guess we can head over to the floating gardens and start to do some of that stuff. That sounds good to me. Conveniently, we already got the warp here earlier, so we don't have to head down and get that, because we already did it before. There. There we go. Save the game. Alright. Now we'll head on up. Alright. Floating gardens, where are you? Oop. That's a bit smaller, but that's alright. Gets the job done. There's not a whole lot here, as you can see. Okay, so what room are we in? Would be helpful if this listed it in the proper order. Okay, we're in the room with the clock tower entrance. So there is one item up here. This is actually helpful with the map tracker here because I never remember the order of these rooms, so it's kind of helpful right now, actually. And here we get Galamoth. Okay, nice. We can go back to the inner quarters and collect that one check at some point. Galamoth is this one. Very good. And this is going to go to C. Yep, which is this one. Heck, we could even fight Julius now, couldn't we? Should we just do that to get him out of the way? Honestly, maybe we should. It's kind of a weird order to do things in, isn't it? That's Tsuchinoko. You know what? We'll come back to him later. We'll be better prepared once we have more stuff anyways, so I'm cool to do that. We'll come back to here. We need to come back later. That is no problem. Okay, and then this goes to D, which does have an item, apparently. This is where the map tracker helps, huh? That is a... What is that one called? Toll Hammer? Soul Hammer, yeah. That'll be this one. This goes to E, which also does have an item. Ooh, Callid Bulg, that is super nice. So the Callid Bulg is a great weapon to fight Julius with, actually, because he is weak to dark. And the Callid Bulg is a dark weapon. So yeah, that is real nice. And apparently this leads to the main section. Okay, while we're in said main section, we can drop down on the right-hand side here for an item. Oh, we actually have to loop around, don't we? Okay. Some samurai armor, great. Just tank everything, it's no big deal. Okay, and then we will be in room A, which we don't need to worry about. Room B has 2 checks. This is the one that has a few dead warriors. Yes, and 2 items in here. We can just jump on up. For a strawberry, wonderful. And some grapes. Amazing. Okay, now at this point we kind of want to head out if we can. Well, if we go back to A, that'll be the best way to do that. I think we got Mandragora there. I hope we did. Doesn't matter, we're done with the books anyway. Alright. So I guess we'll head back to the castle corridor now, which I think we've done everything in anyways. We could head... I guess we can head to the reservoir at this point. In terms of places to go, I think it is just the reservoir and the arena now, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see, we'll select castle corridor. Oh, that's very small. That's super small, wow. It's so squished. What are these ones? Oh yeah, I didn't get that. I did go back to that, we did that one. Oh no, I did all of those, didn't I? We're good. I should have done all of those, okay. In that case, let's select the reservoir. Which is also a bit on the small side, but it probably looks better than the giant, you know, in-game map does, so we'll go with it. So we can go in this way. We will be going in from, I believe it should be this entrance here, where my mouse is right now. Check the map on that. Yes, that'll be right. Okay, cool. Let's do it. What does this check? Milliken Sword. Okay. You can't see that when I do that, but... it just lets you check what things are. Death's Robe. Death's Robe is actually a pretty darn good bit of armor. Might not be as good as Dracula's Tunic, but it is also pretty nice. It ups your luck, which is cool too. A little bit more defense, a little bit more intelligence. Might be up your street, but I think Dracula's Tunic's going to be better for us since we have it. If we didn't have Dracula's Tunic, that'd be a great find. Alright, there's one other thing I should explain about this room. If we go to this little candle right here, this one here, get a Quetzalcoatl soul, by the way, this candle here will always drop $500, which is pretty nice. Now, if you're playing something like Oops All Souls, where money is a lot harder to come by, this is not a bad money grinding spot. Like, if you have Black Panther, you can get in and out of here relatively quickly. Like, you can just do this. I'll show this off for a little bit. So yeah, pretty nice. Alright, but we shall move on for now. Okay, so we got that one. Boop, there we are. Then we have some nightmares and some flesh golems. These dudes have quite a bit of health on them, so be wary of them. I might just safety heal, because I don't trust my luck. Where is our tried and true cream soda? There we go. Okay, there's an interesting thing we can do in this room that I will show off in a moment. We can come down here first. Fight our way through a Triton. Get an iron plate. Now, if this item happens to be a soul, you can probably hit it through the wall with like a... What would we be able to use? Like the Ghost Soul might be able to do it. The Valkyrie Soul could do it. Does Flame Demon go through the wall? It does. There's plenty of souls that actually hit through walls, so you can actually get this without going the long way round. We can't on this occasion, because it's an actual item that we have to pick up, but that's alright. Now, I definitely want to show this, because this is something that I didn't know about when I was playing this. It took me like quite a few randomizer seeds to realize you could do this. If you push this boat and keep walking, you'll be able to land on it, and then it breaks, right? We come back in. What we can do is we can jump off this boat just before it crashes, and that can actually get you up to the next platform here. like that. I did not know about that for a really long time, actually. So, that was a bit of a revelation for me. And this is totally in logic, I do believe, so... I think I last locationed something up here one time because I didn't realize you could do this. 5 head plays, I know, right? That's really, like, not obvious. Like, I always assumed you needed a high jump or giant bat to get up here. As it turns out, no, you don't. So we can mark this off. Is this the one, by the way? Above waterfall. Okay, that's later. That's all good. Alright. So now we're here. I call this, like, the man room because it kind of looks like a man. Like, you got the little head up here and then he's got the arms and the legs. Right? It's the man room. Totally. Oh, that's not supposed to look like that. That's interesting. Why is that glitching out? I've never seen that before. That's interesting. Must be the MGBA core being a bit weird, I guess. Huh. Yeah, he's running, exactly. Ow. Knock it off. Okay, so that was that one, by the way. Don't forget to mark things off. Never gonna get used to this map tracker. Here we have some fish heads. They're not too bad, since we have a good weapon to deal with them. Come up this way, take out some of the needles. And that's a mimic. That is considered a check, though. It wasn't an item, it was a mimic. But that is a check. Head on down this way. Okay. Ooh. The Jaya? I don't know how you pronounce that. Jaya? Vaya? Either the V or the J is silent, I'm guessing. Not a bad weapon. It's a lightning-based weapon that does pretty good damage. So that would be... let me see here. This one. Oh, we did get that one. Okay. That's the above waterfall one. That one, the one below that is the one we haven't got to yet. Okay. I am learning how map trackers work, fear not. Although, honestly, after I finish this beginner randomizer series, I probably won't use them anymore, but it's fine. I feel like this is helpful for new folks, so I'm happy to be doing it. At least I hope it is. This one might be less helpful than Link to the Past was, because I don't know it as well as I've been saying. But I'm trying. Wow, it's another mimic. That's pretty unfortunate. Alrighty, moving on. Ow. So now we can drop down here. We're going into the leg of the man room. And here is a secret wall. Leads to some money. Great. Good stuff. Okay. They sure like dropping those on curse potions, don't they? Yeah, the leg secret, right? Everybody's got a secret in their foot. Totally. Don't take that out of context either. I don't even know what that would mean, but just go with it. Take some rotten meat. Okay, where to next? We already went this way. Our Achilles tendon, yep, absolutely. Something strange is afoot. Ha ha, I get it, because foot is a good joke. I like it. Nice. Okay, where are we here? We're back in the big room. Okay, yep. I would say Flynn is definitely known for his puns, yes. Flynn, confirm, deny? Never miss the opportunity, that's it. Now, this check in this room. I always forgot about this one. It wasn't until recently that I was like, is there a check in this room? And the answer is yes, there is. I totally forgot about this for a while. And it turned out this room had the soul that I needed for Go mode, and I was very upset. But Come down this way, it should be. Watch out for these dudes. And here is an item. I just always forgot about this one for some reason. Don't know why. Look, Triton, you gotta get out of here, buddy. Do another safety heal while we're, you know, safe. There we go. Over this way. Now this entrance, I'll show you actually. This is actually the other side of the reservoir. Flesh Golem. Okay, that can be useful. And wow, a Positron Rifle. This seed is really cool. Wow, I like this. The Positron Rifle is pretty neat. I rarely get to even show this weapon off. It's really cool. It's a gun that shoots lasers and it's great. Look, the game's set in the future, so they can get away with it, alright. Why don't we use this for a bit, because it's novel. It's novel. Okay, so we got that one. Yeah, who doesn't like lasers, honestly? But as you can see, it can be kind of hard to hit with, because the gun itself does not do damage. But yeah, we're back up here at the start, where we've been before. So that's cool. Now at this point, we can kind of choose which way we want to go. Like if you look at the map where we haven't explored, we'll go down in the next room and head that way, I think. But yeah, it's cool to have a bit of range on this thing, I like it. This should be a save room, very good, because we haven't saved in a bit. As usual, never hurts to save. Dead Crusader, alrighty. Ah, these dudes curse you, which is kind of annoying. But it's fine. Alright, we can go slide through here and get this one. It's a copper plate. Now, which one would that be? This one here? Reservoir slide, yes, okay. Yeah, now we'll just head this way. Poison worm, great. All right. The gun's doing work, I like it. Right, and we come to this room. Now, if you're doing this without, like, high jump or something, this room can be kind of annoying to deal with. Let me show you an example once we murder some dudes, like this guy. If we murder some dudes, there we go. So many dudes, get out of here. Not even sure what they just dropped just then. Okay, so, we stand on this platform. The other platform comes down sometimes, and it's kind of a pain to deal with. You kind of want to wait for the right moment. Dodge the Medusa heads too. This might be a... oh, never mind. It should line up eventually, is what I'm trying to say here. Maybe? You would hope it would. Nah, don't fall either. I really want to do this without it now to show how you would do it. There we go, that'll work. Yeah, you just kind of have to wait for it to line up. But you definitely want to go up here, and preferably not fall off either. Medusa heads are mean like that. As you can see, goodness. But yeah, there's a warp over here, really nice. Yeah, very rude. Now, annoyingly, this is going to lead to the one area where we still can't access yet. We will be able to eventually, I'm sure. So this requires the Undyne. Oh, wow. That might... is that a Valman way? Oh my god. If it is, that's ridiculous. So this requires both the Undyne Soul, which we do have, and it requires a Rush Soul, which would be either, Curly, Devil... and there's one more. I'm trying to think of what it is. Manticore, that's the other one. One of those souls. And then you activate it here and it slides you through the waterfall. Pretty obscure, but that's how you do it. Now, as the readme said earlier, there will be a Rush Soul somewhere that we can pick up. so you don't have to worry about grinding for it. It'll be somewhere in the game. The Belmont's not bad. Up here. Get that Satan's ring. So where are we? We got this, and we got that. And we can also get the waterfall here. You can get through it on this side from the top. If this is a rush soul, that would be super convenient. Sadly, it wasn't. But that's alright. Yeah, I don't think there's any way to sneak past this, sadly. So we'll have to come back there once we find a rush soul. Now that I've said that, it's probably going to be in the chaotic realm, and the game's just going to be super mean about it. If it is, then yeah, we'll backtrack to it, because we have to show everything. It'll be sad, but we'll do it. Okay, also we got that. Okay, so now we're heading down here. There's Kick a Skeleton. Cool. Mark that. Very good. Get out of here. Mandragora is not a bad red soul, actually. Mandragora is not bad at all. Okay, should mark the thing that I could pick up, by the way. That would be smart, wouldn't it? Now, we could actually try to get the Skyfish soul here. Since we happen to have Chrono Mage, I can show this off, too. This one's pretty obscure. You have to be really good at timing it, which I apparently am not. Uses up a bunch of MP, by the way. I don't know if he shows up otherwise. Sadly not. I want to try to do this because it's been a while. It's really tricky, huh? Maybe he only shows up after you walk in a little bit? I don't know. No, there he is. See if I can kill him once. Oh, he's so fast, isn't he? I'm kind of trying to preempt it. It's not really working, as you can tell. He definitely is zooming. This soul is pretty annoying to get. I'm not doing a very good job of guessing, am I? This is clearly a TAS-only enemy here. Hey, come back. He's so fast. Oh. We could try it from the other side, I guess. Maybe that would work better. Okay, this is probably going to work better. I'm still doing it way too early, huh? This is random which way he goes, is it? I feel like that might have... Well, I want to say you can catch him, but maybe not. Yeah, this guy is more difficult than I remember now. Give this, like, a couple more goes. I think we just missed it. Wow, I don't remember this being this bad. Gosh. This one sucks. I'm gonna waste all our high mind ups here. Okay, maybe we can time it with how we walk. Yeah, that might be the way to do it. Okay, hang on. There he is, but we didn't have the right weapon equipped. Dang it. This is gonna work, I promise. Ah. How frustrating. Come on, we can get this. Aw, dude. Alright, stuff it. We tried. It's fine. Yeah, that, as you can see, that guy sucks. He's the Skyfish, and he is apparently a real pain. More of a pain than I remember. Anyway, there is a secret wall right here. Containing a silver gun, the actually decent handgun. Yeah, it's a shame, but that's alright. Yeah, we come to the underground cemetery, and there's a mini-boss here. which you might not even need to fight, depending on how nice the seat is. Like, as you've seen, we didn't even need to go down here. But you know, we're here, we're doing the checks that we're doing. Do a save. Get a ninja suit, a little bit disappointing. Yeah, as you can see on the map, this leads to 3 checks. Yep, Legion time. Alright. So generally, by the time you get to Legion, you should hopefully have some decent weaponry on you. There's some good souls you could have for this, like Lightning Doll is just generally great. Nightmare works well as well. Anything that we have, like Flame Demon might be alright. We put on Golem too. Yeah, it doesn't like go through. You ideally want a soul that will pass through and like hit multiple parts at once. I feel like we should hopefully have something like that. Oh, Valkyrie would be great. Feels like one massive hit, which is pretty cool. So yeah, that does the job pretty nicely. So yeah, that's one way around it. We can also just shoot him, which I'm okay with. Yeah, as long as you have like some kind of weapon that like is able to sort of hit several parts of him at once. Like, let's maybe try something that, you know, you might actually have. Like the Levitain, for example. Yeah, he's a pretty unsettling dude, for sure. Yeah, this one doesn't actually really multi-hit, but it'll still do the job alright, I think. I should be using, like, weapons that you're more likely to have, you know, rather than the Claim Slice and Positron Rifle, for goodness sakes. That's not very beginner-friendly, because what's the chances of seeing it, right? Yeah, you want to take out each of the parts here. Now, if you happen to defeat the orb in the middle without taking off all the parts first, you won't get the soul he drops, but you'll actually see that hopefully won't mean too much in terms of the randomizer here. You'll see what I mean when we get there. There we go. Now we can just go all out on this thing. As you can see, he tries to follow you. The lasers aren't too hard to dodge. There you go. So he breaks, turns into whatever that is. And then, as far as I have seen, Legion will always drop Malphus, which you basically need to have at this point to get here. You actually don't. Like, I remember once upon a time I had a situation where I got here without Malphus and died. Ooh, the blocking mail's actually pretty good as well. So yeah, that was a little bit sad. Yeah, the blocking mail's pretty good. It will sometimes make it so that you just don't take damage from an attack. It's random when it happens, but it's super nice when it does. Let's also change this back to, like, Satan's ring. We don't really need the rare ring at this point. That was this one. Oop. Yeah, why don't we use a weapon you might actually see for a change? And the Levitain's pretty good. Doesn't do much to that guy, which makes a lot of sense. Get a super potion. Yep, the human meatball of doom. That is actually exactly what it is. Get over this away. These dudes are kind of annoying, but you can just take them out, really. You have a soul that's gonna be good for like area coverage. You can use that. Come over here for a mind up. Incredible. So worth our time. Just great. You would hope Black Panther would be strong enough to kill them in one hit. Sadly, it's not, but that's alright. So now we can just head on back. All the way back out. It takes a minute, but it's fine. At this point, we see an Allura Une in here. I'm not sure why she shows up, after you come through here for the first time, but there she is. Since we had a fire weapon, we made short work of her. And someone gets, like, stabbed or something, it's probably not important, don't worry about that. Watch out for these fish heads. Ooh, okay, we did have that. Ooh, Demon's Mail, wow, we are finding some good stuff here. We have found a lot of good things in this seed, it's kind of incredible. Alright, next up is the arena. That's looking a bit better, isn't it? Nice. This should be the last area we have to do here, apart from the Chaotic Realm. Oh wait, no, there's still the Forbidden Zone. There's a Bifrost Soul. I'm really hoping we're gonna find a Rush Soul soon. I'll be a bit sad if we don't, because that probably means it'll be in the Chaotic Realm, which sucks. But like I said, I'm gonna show everything, so if it is there, we gotta do it. Gotta come back. You are just annoying, sir. Ah, that didn't work at all. Get up, Soma. Come on, buddy. There we go. Oh yeah, if you have the Killer Mantle Soul, you can actually one-shot the Red Minotaurs here as well, which is really nice. Because they apparently have no MP. They take quite a few hits otherwise. Yeah, the soul you normally get off this guy. A soul. Ooh, Nightmare. Nightmare's great. Nightmare's probably one of my favorite red souls. I just really like it. It's just really reliable. Yeah, can recommend this one. You summon a horse friend, and oftentimes if you're close enough, you can hit twice with it. I really like this soul. It just does really reliable damage. Just kind of skip past these fellas now. There we go. This one too. The Eversing is pretty good. So we checked this and this. Good stuff. Yeah, I guess it's an evil horse friend, but it is a horse friend, and we can appreciate that. Get out of here. There we go. Alright, we definitely want to go save at our first opportunity, considering our health situation. There we go. We did it. Now I will show this off. I think you're expected to have Giant Bat to get up here, because your double jump just can't quite make it. Oh, it's a shame. Whatever would we do? If you have Black Panther, you can just finagle your way up there. You pretty much just have to hold Black Panther and jump up there, and you'll make it. Oh, goody. It's the Skull Key. This item does nothing. Yeah, there's totally doors marked with skull design in this game, so I think this item was, something that was planned to be in the game and then taken out because, yeah, it doesn't do anything. They apparently left it in the game somewhere, but, yeah, it doesn't actually do anything. Kind of funny that it's in the randomizer. There's a lone bale up here as well. I think you only find bale in the, in here, that one room. And, there's one room in, the top floor that they're hanging out in as well. Nightmare to the rescue. It's a really good soul. Ooh, Ronginus' spear is fantastic. I've seen this come up a bit more often than the freaking Claim Solace does. It's basically just a worse Claim Solace, honestly. Like, it's just about as strong, and if you're cool with using a spear, it's pretty darn good. So if you happen upon this weapon, good on you, because it's great. Serve you well for the whole game. As you can see, it really does the damage, like all holy weapons do. Get out of the way. The Dead Crusaders are really annoying. You basically have to wait for them to attack before you can hit them. And set things back to the Levitain and save the game. Okay, so we did this one. Alright. So it's time for 3 of the, I don't know, these are just classic checks if you ask me. This room has a bunch of lubricants in it. Don't question that name, by the way. There's a bunch of weird statues that kick and hit you. It's very odd. Ah. Lubricants do actually give pretty good XP though. So if you ever need to grind for XP, this is a pretty good spot to do it. They are pretty funny. Can't dispute that. And then we have the Wrecking Ball again. It's great. We love the Wrecking Ball. Yeah, I feel like... I have to imagine that might be like a mistranslation. Because, yeah, that's totally what it is, right, Flint? There we go. Such a weird puzzle. And here we have a Olrox's suit, which actually might be decent. Not gonna be good for us. But it's alright. Might fall back to sleep? No problem, Crow. Hey, thank you so much for hanging out. I really appreciate it. No, you're awesome. If you do, have a lovely night. Have a lovely rest. And yeah, I'll definitely see you when I see you. Alright, let's maybe not die. Let's maybe not die on the way out, though. Can we not do that? Okay, we didn't do that. Yeah, that's a fair criticism, I'd say, Luna. I think all the Castlevania games do that, though. When you level up, you don't actually get back to max health. And I mean, like, I feel like some, turn-based RPGs do that as well. Doesn't Pokemon do that? Oh yeah, also I should explain. This is the worst room in the game. Like, this room just sucks. As you can tell, we've got Medusa heads, we've got spikes. It's just a bad time. This was fun when I did my blind LP. I had trouble with this room as well because I feel like everybody probably has trouble with this room. It's like, the check on the map tracker is actually called the worst room in the game. So yeah, there you go. That's pretty funny. If you have the Bat Soul, that can actually help you out here. Or Black Panther, like we have here, can help out as well. We probably should be okay to not heal, I reckon, if we're careful. And then this is the DDR room, because you get to play DDR. It's great. See? It's awesome. Now, I do believe these are the same every time, but I never remember them except for the last one. And when the platform's moving, just make sure you're recentered. And then this one's in a clockwise circle, I think. Yep, there we go. Not too bad. Such a weird room. We get a Muramasa. The Muramasa is pretty good. That's a pretty darn solid weapon as well. We have found so many good things in this seed. Like, holy crap, this seed has been amazing. Just wanna make it clear, if there's new folks that are watching this in the future, the game's not always like this. The game is not always this generous. Let me make that perfectly clear for you. Maybe we'll try out the Muramasa on the boss here. Yeah, generous seed alert. No kidding, right? This whole seed has been generous. It's crazy. Like, this probably would have been a PB. I could see it being a PB for sure. When we got that Claim Slice randomly, like, yeah, there was a real possible chance of that. Okay, so. This boss, also we should mark that. This boss coming up is Balor. He is another pretty tough boss here. He does a lot of damage. I'm just kidding, it's actually a giant bat. I'm lying to you. We have to fight the giant bat. Not really. We actually do have to fight Balor here. So what you gotta do, you gotta hit his eye. Now the Muramasa might not be the best weapon for this. If you can multi-hit with it, it might work out, but it's not the easiest thing to do. You have to get the right setup here, as you can see. So we might want to go back to... Let's try the Levitate on him. Yeah, I love that fake out too. It's really cool. Let's just eat some of this stuff that we're not going to use. There we go. See how this does. 78, pretty good. Probably only going to hit once, but it might be a little more consistent. Easier to hit with than the Muramasa, so we'll do this. If you have the Medusa Head Soul, that can actually help out quite a bit here too. Oh yeah, Nightwear should work pretty well. At this point he starts taking increased damage, and these fires are not too hard to dodge. If you have Black Panther especially, you can just keep doing this basically. There you go, we took him out with Black Panther, which is pretty funny. Now make sure you stay in the room because he'll drop his soul, which happened to be Black Panther as well, which is pretty funny. I was really hoping that was going to be a Rush Soul. It wasn't. Okay, what do we have left to check? Let's actually go back to the full map for a moment. It's really hard to spot, isn't it? There's this in the inner quarters, and then the Chaotic Realm, and that's it, I think? So we'll head back to the inner quarters in that case. Yes, so worth it, right? I really hope that the inner quarters has the Rush Soul, because I'll be a little bit sad if it doesn't. It's a hello random stole soul, I didn't know it was you. Or we could get super lucky and just get one randomly off an enemy here. That would be nice too. Probably not going to happen though. Let's take a moment to head over to where we want to head over to. Which should be here. This check is pretty out of the way. You kind of just want to hope you have Galamoth when you're passing by here in the first place. Sadly didn't happen for us, but that's okay. There should be 2 items up here though, so let's hope one of them's a Rush Soul. That would make me feel better. Make our way on back quick as we like, which is pretty easy since we have high jump and everything, and Black Panther makes getting around super fast. We saved earlier, so we're all good. So with Galamoth, we can just kind of walk on up to this guy, and he sure can't boot us out. What he does is he like stops time on you, and I guess like sends you back, but then that soul lets you see that time's been stopped, so you can just kind of walk up to him and take him out. It's neat. We have a cape, and a spoiled milk. Alright, looks like the game's gonna be mean. And put things in the Chaotic Realm, huh? Now, is the Chaotic Realm an option here? It is, yes. Alright, we'll get to that. I guess we'll leave it set on that for now. We're not going to go there for a bit, but that's what we'll do. Let's double check like each of the areas for a moment here, make sure I haven't missed anything. That might be a good idea. Let's get to the save room and then we'll take stock. That's a good call, I think. So arena's done. Chapel, we got all the things. Clock Tower, we got all the things. Castle Corridor, yes. Dance Hall, yes. Chaotic Realm, we'll get there. Floating Gardens, yes. Top floor, yes. So I think we've done everything other than the Forbidden Zone, which we still can't get to. And the Chaotic Realm, which is a bit of a shame. So probably it's going to be in the Chaotic Realm, which is really unfortunate for us wanting to show everything in the game here, so... of course it had to be like that, didn't it? That's alright. We'll head back to the warp, and then we should stop by the shop, because we might be able to buy some extra stuff. Wait, it is this way. Here we go. Alright. So, I should also note, did we get the Tsuchinoko soul by any chance? Yes, we did. Tsuchinoko is a really good soul. If you happen across it, it makes shops cheaper, which is really nice. Now, one thing to note about the shop is Hammer will get new items when you defeat. I know he gets it when you beat Headhunter and Death. Possibly when you beat the big golem in the dance hall as well. I'm not 100% sure of that. But those are the times when he gets more items. The ones that I know of, anyway. We'll top up on stuff. He'll have some new things for us here. We probably would have bought the Khalid Bolg if we didn't happen across it already, so that's cool. Final Sword is a pretty darn good weapon as well. Yeah, some decent stuff in the shop on this one. Nothing else we need, although we should probably get some more healing items and stuff. We spent all our high mind ups, how could I forget? Get all the potato pancakes. That'll do, we should be set on healing now. We could get these super potions as well. We'll take a couple. There you go, we spent all our money basically, that's alright. Okay. Now, really all that we can do is fight Julius at this point, so I guess we better go do it. He's in the... what's the place? You know, the place, right? Actually, let's just go from... maybe that's... I'm never sure what the fastest way there is. There sadly isn't a warp that's very close by. The floating gardens, that's what I was trying to say. And listen to that banger, absolutely. I guess we'll go this way. This is, I don't know if this is the fastest way per se, but it's the way we're going now. That's not the right way. I know where I'm going, not really. Have to chuck on Schooler for a moment, there we go. Now we can take Golem. Golem's probably the best thing we've got. Don't need a save, because we'll do that when we're at the boss. Alright. And then we just go to the right, and then we will find it. Okay, so, in terms of equipment, we happened to have gotten the Khalid Bolg. This is probably the best weapon you can use against Julius, so if you happen to get it, I would very much recommend it. Souls-wise, Nightmare is pretty good, Lightning Doll's pretty good. There's quite a number of red souls that do the job against him. So this will only open if you've beaten Graham and, you know, done the whole thing with the 3 souls and whatnot. And time for the best song in the game, by the way. Just gotta point that out. So Julius is pretty tough. He does a lot of damage. Now, one thing to note is he will get stunned every 4 hits you do with a weapon. As you can see. Is it just a weapon? I think it is, yeah. But yeah, Nightmare does the job nicely too. In fact, I think it might be 4 hits with a dark weapon, in fact, so... yeah, if you have a dark weapon, that's what you want to use on him. Of which there really aren't that many in the game, like it might just be the Khalid Bolg even. I can't think of any others offhand. If you have Black Panther, which hopefully you do, you definitely want to use it in this fight. Because it makes dodging a lot easier. Yeah, we're doing more than 13 damage, exactly. This is what happens when you have good weapons, right? And good souls. Yeah, this seed would have been amazing. If I was doing this, you know, as a PB run, as an attempt, you know, an actual run. Man, it would have been amazing. It's kind of ridiculous that we got this for the, I want to show everybody how to do things in this game and make it a nice friendly tutorial. And we just get the best stuff. Like, what the hell? So yeah, after you do enough damage, he gets all his sub-weapons. So we really have to be careful, because his sub-weapons definitely pack a punch. But yeah, just continue dodging stuff here. The holy water's pretty easy to dodge. The cross is probably going to hit you, because that's an easy one to get hit by. The holy water's not too bad. Yeah, there's the cross. The axe can sometimes get you too. Oh boy, time to heal. Ideally also, hopefully by this point you will have a whole bunch of healing items with which to heal with, which makes this fight a lot easier, as I'm sure you can imagine. I can't even imagine doing this game without healing items. That would be so hard, I reckon. Because things do so much damage. Even at a good level with good armor that we're at now. There we go. We got him. We'll be skipping the all-important story. And sadly, we must make our way to the chaotic realm here. And if there isn't a rush soul, I'm going to be concerned. Because there should be one here. Unless I've derped and accidentally marked off a check I didn't do. Which the only one I could think of that we might have done that for is probably ones in the castle corridor that I was like, oh yeah, we did that. Possibly I didn't. Now, ideally it'll just be this one. Aw. That's a gabold, not even a good weapon. It's pretty rare to find something super valuable in here. I have had some really rude seeds where the high jump has been in here, and it's like, wow, it's a bit late for that, isn't it? But yeah, there isn't normally a map for this area, so it's kind of interesting to see it mapped out here. It's basically just a big spiral. It's kind of cool. I didn't miss an item, did I? No, I didn't. I'm good. Okay. Just trying to remember the layout for a second. We should also change swords, by the way. Since we're in the final area, we'll go back to our old friend, wherever you may be. There you are. Oh yeah, sure, I didn't mention. So what poison does is, you would think poison would start like draining your health, but in this it actually lowers your stats. So you start doing less damage, I think you take more damage as well. This is always a mimic, by the way, fun fact. It's an interesting way to do poison, and I'm not sure why they did it that way, but they did. Hey. Alright, this room. So if you had access to the chaotic realm earlier and like didn't have Schooler, this is the one point in the game where Schooler is straight up required. You cannot get down here without it. So it sucks to be on a Schooler hunt, but it is possible. It's happened before. Oops, wrong thing to change. There we go. Oh my god, really? That's the Mistletoe. It's an alright holy weapon. It's one of the weaker holy weapons, but it does decent damage. It's gonna be in the last room, isn't it? Oh dear, I apologize for barking dogs. Very funny game. Yep, bark bark, apologies. So, back we go to the forbidden area now. What a shame. If we were doing this as a real run, we would have absolutely no reason to check this. But I want to show all the checks in the game, so we're gonna head back. 'Tis unfortunate, but it is what we must do if we wish to show everything. It's so rare that you go backwards through this place, like what the heck. I'm not used to it at all. Get back to the save room just here, which is nice. Kinda just want to dash through this area, like, I wouldn't recommend fighting the enemies in here. Unless you really want some souls or something, but since this is the end of the game anyway, you really just want to try to rush through here, in my experience, in my opinion, whatever word you want to use there. Right, yeah, that's fair enough. It kind of sucks that you have to backtrack all the way back through this area. There isn't even a map here, by the way, but it is linear. But still, it is pretty annoying. And what else is annoying? Like, would it have killed them to put a closer warp out here somewhere? Like, the closest warp is like the clock tower or something, you know? It's a shame. Anyway, let's set this back to Underground Reservoir, which again is very small. But now we'll be able to get the one thing there. Yeah, they can't make the end too easy, that's fair. That's very fair. But still, it would be nice to have, like, you know, a close-by warp or something. But no, they don't. Hello, big golem. Oh, jeez, where am I even going? No, really, where am I going? I just want to get to a warp. I'll just go this way. Why are they all so far away from the end of the game? It's just annoying. All right. Thanks for the high potion, I suppose. All right. So now we want to head back here. Here we go. So, we're back here. And we're going here to get to one last part of the game. I'm very sad that this was how this turned out, but it is what it is. So, you need a Rush Soul, which for us is, now I don't know where it is, the Devil. And we're also going to need Undine, or Undine. I've never been actually sure how to say that. Either way, you need those two souls. At least Undine and a Rush Soul in the form of either Devil, Curly, or Manticore. And you will be guaranteed to find one of those somewhere in the game, like we did earlier. So what you do is you stand back here, and you activate it. And that gets you just enough speed to get through. Pretty cool. You say Undine? Yeah, me too. I've never been sure if that's right, but that's how I've always said it. Now what is this? I'm curious. It is a Valmanway. Holy crap. This seed has literally all of the good weapons. This is ridiculous. Okay, so now we can set this to the Forbidden Zone, which has a whopping 2 checks in it. I know. But yeah, the Valmanway is pretty cool. Did the map get smaller? I forgot about the you can set the map to individual areas button, so we're doing that now. But yeah, this seed would absolutely... Like, this seed would probably be a PB if I wasn't getting all the checks. So if you don't have, if you somehow don't have a... What am I trying to say? A Slide Soul, like either the Slide Soul or the Bat, this is another way to reach the item back here. We've looped back around to the study here, which is pretty cool. And now that we've opened that, the door is, this is just always open now. That's cool. But yeah, the Valmanway is another very good weapon. Because it doesn't do much damage per hit, but it hits real darn fast. So it is a very, very solid weapon. If you have the Succubus Soul as well, like, it's ridiculous because you can just heal a whole bunch of health. It's great. That's not what we want. This is what we want. Excuse me, sirs. Get some grapes. Fantastic. Just what we needed. Get out of here. An uncursed potion for our trouble. I do like this song a lot as well. This is really the only place you hear this song. I quite like it. It's mysterious, as it should be for a locked away cavern at the back of a castle. It's neat. Oh wow. A beef curry. Incredible. And then this should be the last check. It's a silk robe. Incredible. Just what we needed. Alright. That should be our lot. I'm not immediately... Oh, we didn't check off that one. I'm gonna squint at the map. That does look like everything. I think we did it. Let us go back and hit the Chaotic Realm, where we will just leave that. There we go. We've done it. That should be every check in the game there, I do believe. Hope I haven't missed anything, but if I'm just quickly glancing at our in-game map here, I don't think so. We should have got everything. Good stuff. Go us. That was the main goal of this. I've shown this in a weird way because we had ridiculously strong weaponry and armor that you're not always going to see. Like I've been saying, if there's any folks new to this watching, the randomizer is not always like this, let me tell you. If I were playing this, like, with an intent of going fast, this probably would have been a PVC. It probably would have been that fabled sub 1 hour. It is possible. Because, like, man, this has been absolutely crazy. But yeah, now all we have to do is head back to the Chaotic Realm. And we can fight the final boss. So to do that, let's make our way to the warp. Preferably don't get turned to stone. Preferably don't get turned to stone, though. And I guess we'll do the clock tower again. Yeah, that's probably the closest. It's, like I said, it's pretty annoying that there isn't a really close-by warp to the Chaotic Realm, because that would have been nice, but no, there isn't. You have to deal with it being kind of far away. So to get there, you need to first defeat Graham with the three souls that you need. The souls that are denoted by the books. After that, you have to head to the, excuse me, everything. You have to head to the Floating Gardens. And there's a room that will be opened after you defeat Graham, where you will fight Julius. And then once you beat Julius, you will find the entrance to the Chaotic Realm, which is the last part of the game. Go ahead and save. Do. Yeah, sadly we just had to backtrack out of the Chaotic Realm to show those last couple checks, because we found a Rush Soul in the Chaotic Realm, which was very sad. But oh well, it is what it is. But yeah, this is where you go. And then you would fight Julius in here. And then here we are. For reference, we are here on the map. Now we're just gonna make our way on up. Up and around and all that. Now I'm sad I couldn't get the map in like the best of, in the best way. It was really small. Like I said, I maybe could have done some stuff with like making the gameplay window a bit smaller, making the map a bit bigger, but I don't know. Like I said, layout stuff has never been my strong point. So yeah, it is what it is, I suppose. But yeah, like I said, at the end of the game here, you don't really need to fight the enemies and you should just dash through everything. That's how I always do it in the randomizer, and I would recommend the same. And again, this is the one required schooler point here. So there you go, we did it. Now we can unequip it. Put Golem back on, I suppose. Yes, how is Chloe? How are you doing, Chloe? Hope things are going alright, man. Work. That's fair. Now the Shadow Knight is actually an interesting enemy. He's very much like a Final Guard, except he's weak to Holy, which is really nice. So you can just kind of wreck him if you have a good Holy weapon on you. So that's cool. Otherwise, pretty much exactly the same as the Final Guard, I believe. As usual, just dash through all the baddies. And here we are at the end. Okay, there's probably not much we really want to change. Let me think, are there any other souls that are good that we didn't see? What do we have, and what do we not have? There's some other good yellow ones. Lubricant is really great. Lubricant makes it so that, the lower health you have, the more damage you do. So that can be really, really good. If you're feeling really risky, that's a really good soul. Like, you can be at, like, you know, 100 health and just be doing a ton of damage. You'll probably die in one hit, but if you're brave, that's a really good one. Another good yellow one is, Arc Demon. What that one does is, if you take damage, you will restore MP. So you can get, like, all your MP back in one hit, and it's just amazing. That's another really good one. Any other particularly standout? We saw a lot of the good blue ones here. There's not many amazing blue ones. Like, really, you want Black Panther and you'll probably get it. Giant Bat is required, more or less. Flying Armor is required, more or less. The Rush Souls are good. Like, the Devil is a pretty good one. Final Guard is okay. It makes you invincible, but drains your MP like all heck, and I think you can't move as well. Yeah, there's some cool ones. And in terms of Red Souls, I do really like Nightmare a lot. Nightmare's really good. Valkyrie's really good. Flame Demon's pretty solid. What else? What else? Mandragora is actually pretty good, but requires a lot of MP. And if you happen to get it, Red Minotaur is probably one of the strongest attacks in the game, but it requires so much MP. So there's some souls to look out for, should you be playing along. Anyway, let's save. And let's think about our loadout here. We could do this, and possibly we should do this. Yeah, stuff it, we'll do it. Everything should be set up pretty well here. So, we come to the first form of chaos here. And what he does is he steals all your souls. So you have to use a weapon here. So you better hope you have a pretty good weapon. If you don't, this part is miserable. Now, my suggestion for you here is you should attack the blue one first, because he is the one that's gonna hit you. Out of all the dudes here, he is the one who's most annoying. The red one shoots out those little crystals which you can attack to get rid of. And honestly, the yellow one is kind of pretty inconsequential. It sends out this little targeting thing, and if it hits you, it drains your MP. That's all. Considering you can't use your MP for half this fight anyway, it's not really that big of a deal. So yeah, I tend to not even worry about him. But yeah, once you destroy one of the soul holders, you actually get your souls back. So now we can dash around since we got our Black Panther back. Next up, we'll take out Mr. Red. Which will be much easier because Mr. Blue's not hanging about, causing all sorts of problems. Now we got our red souls back, which we could use if I had magic to do so. But it's fine. Not a big deal. But yeah, if you have a holy weapon, use it. Other good things like Final Sword, Balmung is pretty good. I think the Daneslef is alright. Tall Hammer does pretty good damage. There's lots of weapons you could use for this fight. Now we come to the last phase, the second phase. This one's pretty tricky. So what we should do is heal for a start. We need the all-important cream sodas. So, if we attack the middle here, you'll see 20 damage. It's not exactly a lot, is it? How do we solve this problem? We have these eyes over here. If we attack the eyes, we'll see what happens in a moment. But as for dodging, it's pretty hard to dodge a lot of these attacks. Honestly, I gotta be real with you, I kinda just tank things for the most part. That thing that comes up in the middle, you can kinda work out a way to dodge, and is much easier if you have the slide as well. Okay, so we've taken out one eye here. Now we're doing 30 damage instead of 20. So each eye you take out will increase the damage to the main boss. So we're gonna try to take out all the eyes here just to show you that. These green orbs are really scary, by the way. If they hit you, they will do a weird fiery animation and then do damage. If you're not careful, this can combo you and do a ton of damage, so you really have to be careful with the green orbs. Just use this. I'm trying not to hit the eclipse in the middle first, because I don't want to accidentally kill the boss. Now we're doing 42 damage, so the damage keeps going up. depending on what weapon you have, there could be a strategy for not taking out all the eyes that might actually be faster in some situations. But we're gonna go ahead and do that here since, you know, I want to show everything. Watch out for the orbs because they're real scary. Let me show you the orbs. That's what happens. It did 138 damage and it sucks. They do eventually go away on their own as well, like that one just did. Yeah, this is the final boss, and it can be quite tricky. So yeah, you really want to watch out for the orbs. They're probably one of the most threatening things about this boss fight, because they can so easily catch you unawares if you're not paying attention. Like, if you get caught with by all of them, all at once, you will take, like, 800 damage in, like, a second. It's really bad. Should watch our health. At this point, we can just kind of go to town on this thing. Yeah, we're doing 71 damage, which is pretty ridiculous. Yeah, with those weird green spikes, you can watch the way they spawn in, because they'll do the same pattern when they spawn out, when they jump out to attack. That's kind of my strat for that. There you go. Yeah, like that, Luna, exactly. But we should be pretty much good to just tank things here. Should probably be dead soon. There you go. And I like to call time when the boss dies. I don't know if that's how everyone does it, because again, I don't know anybody else who plays this, but that's how I do it. But there you have it. We did it. Go us. Thank you for the GG. You know what, we can probably just set this back. For this now. That looks a bit better. But yeah. We did a thing. And we can skip this. So yeah, like I was saying at the start of this, I definitely don't know this as well as I know Link to the Past, and that's obviously been made clear here. But I figure I've played quite a bit of this, so I thought it would be fun to go through this and show a lot of the, how things work, things to think about in a randomizer context, stuff like that, and I hope I've been able to explain things well on that front. Yeah, pretty good for, 2.5 hours, yeah. Yeah, I hope I've been able to help someone out with this. Like I said, I know none of my friends actually play this, like it's just me that plays this randomizer, so yeah, we'll see what happens with that. But yeah, I really enjoy this randomizer a lot, which is why I play it quite a bit on stream. So I hope this helps out someone. But yeah, I really enjoy this, and hopefully this helps someone out with maybe getting into it a little bit. Even though, like I said, this is definitely not a representation of this randomizer. You are not going to get the claims to lice in every seed, let me tell you what. I still kind of can't believe that happened. Yeah, we need to get more people into SMZ3, I would love that. Because really, it's just Dissonance and I that play that. And it makes me sad, because Super Metroid is great, and SMZ3 is great. People need to play it more, because it's great. I'm thinking I will do another one of these sort of, beginner-friendly randomizers. I was thinking I might do one for Super Metroid Randomizer as well. I'll probably do that at some point soon, because I do like Super Metroid a heck of a lot as well. And the Varia Randomizer, which is probably what I'll do, has a lot of options that we can go through as well. There's a lot of things you can do to really tailor the game to your skill level. So I think that would be fun to go through at some stage too. I love the Clo like this. Clo, that's awesome. But yeah, that is indeed the end. We can see what our in-game time is. Which isn't totally accurate because it doesn't tick up when you pause, and it doesn't count beyond the last save that you make, so the in-game time isn't really a very good way to time your runs, in my opinion. I always go off real time with this one. For other games I like to go off in-game time, like SMZ3 and Link to the Past, but for this I go off real time, because the in-game time is not very accurate. But yeah, I hope folks enjoyed this. I hope this helped someone out. like I said for the last one, if anybody's watching the VOD has any questions, feel free to leave a comment and I will get to it. But yeah, we've gone through, I hope, I'm pretty sure, every check in the game here. So that was good. Again, in a slightly unrealistic context, but it's fine, don't worry, you'll figure it out if you're playing along, I hope. But yeah, let's call it here for the night. Thanks so much to everybody for being here, I really do appreciate it, so much. You're all awesome. Thank you for stopping by and saying hello. Yes, I shall have a good night. And I hope everybody has a good day. Yes, Mr. Squidster, that's me. But yeah, take it easy, friends, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.